Valorant esports. And you know, it's only fitting that we end out 2020 with a major final, or the final event like this that has mixed rosters, right? Coming from all these different games. It has been the theme of Valorant, and it's only fitting that we're here now with FaZe and Sentinels.
Absolutely. Corey starting off on the Reyna has put the Raze away, and already it's going to be sick on the Phoenix scoring first. We've seen him play so many different agents, 3 different ones throughout this tournament alone. And already kills being traded back and forth in the garage. It's a bloodbath here, Golden Boy.
It really is just a straight up shootout. Spike is down at C. Retake coming through first. Shazam does manage to nail one shot, but there's Marv. We highlighted him before, but with 21 HP, this is going to be bad. And he knows, I would imagine Azams knows exactly where he's going to be located. Actually tags him huge there, but no follow-up shots. The ghost was good enough. One tag. Marv goes down. Wow.
Little Omen battle to finish off the first round. Zoms versus Marv. I will watch this all night long. Of course, Marv almost pulling it off with just 21 HP. And that's a great trade, actually, in Garage, considering they lost first blood. They were able to trade out Sick, who walks away with 2 kills. Halfway to his ultimate already. This Phoenix could be the game changer on Sentinel squad. You saw how aggressive they like to play once they put the enemy team on the back foot. Baby Bay's going for the stinger, though, Golden Boy. He's emptying the bank this round, as FaZe is going to try and do what Gen G was doing the whole series, buying the second and really flip the economy.
Some banter between the 2 teams there. But anyway, back into the action now. FaZe have elected to buy. Oh, he moves out of this. Actually, will be okay to burst through this. No, never mind. He backs out of that cyber cage. You need to watch out for that Ares too. It does have that high pen. But Baby Bay nabs himself 2 kills there. Make that, oh, I was gonna say make that a 3rd, but actually it's gonna be the stingers from Corey and Raucus. So the buy up here at round 2 has been happening more and more, Puckett. But when it plays out like for FaZe, this feels great.
Zoms has not been spotted yet. Trying to take guns off him. There's the first, but Baby Bay is there for his 3rd stinger kill. C is the way. That is where FaZe wants to go. They want it out in the open. They want to force you to fight them up close with those stingers, and they get the job done there. Now, what does Sentinels do? They should have some money to do a half buy, maybe a full buy across the board. And you're going to see Zoms might go to the Spectre instead, stinging it up with Sinatra. And this is a big round because on the other side, you know, they don't want to invest huge in the assault rifles. They want to be able to save that for future.
Yeah, exactly. Economy management, a very key and important part of competitive Valorant. And the way that FaZe is just going so quickly onto A. And oh boy, Shazam, please, someone stop him. The 3K easy for Shazam on top of the box at B. Ends that aggression for FaZe. They thought that they could freely walk through here. Give the boy the ace. There it is.
And I thought it was so smart by Shazam as well. All right, I'm going to buy the AR. I'm going to go up top B. At least worst case scenario, it's not going to fall down, and they're not going to have it on the B site. If anyone's not going to have it, it's not going to be me. It's not going to be them. We'll get the kills instead. Shazam with the 5K. Flips the script, and now it's a save once again for FaZe. After all that work in round 2, it's wiped off with headshots like this.
Yeah, this was beautiful. Shazam never needed to leave this spot too. He had Dapper to back him up in mid. Like, he was good. What happened?
They'll peek me. I don't need to move. They'll come to me. Watch this round.
How dare you?
It's going to be Zachary working behind the cage. He doubles up, and he's going to try and make his way through. Just the Sheriff.
Revealing area.
That's a tough fight over on the A site. Bomb's still in spawn, though. It's really just a default at the start, and they've already lost their C pressure.
Well, Zachary continues to make some progress here at A. He doesn't get all that much vision, but Sheriff versus a Stinger there, kind of like the Sheriff's odds. And Zachary's shot has been kind of filthy. Oh, and just I say that, Zoms kills him. So scratch everything I just said. Now, as they continue to make this play toward A, because Zachary did get further into the site, Baby Bay will have to make a miracle happen here with this Stinger. He's got basically 2 players in front of him on the cross. So if he goes for it, the trade will happen instantly. That does not work in the favor of FaZe. Ooh, and the
David tries
timing
to
there.
spray. Sick is going to find the flank. Corey down. Now you can just isolate. Last man standing is Baby Bay with a stinger and a dream. Doing a little bit of eco damage, but that's it. And this is a great start. I mean, Sick, he's had his ult for 2 rounds. When is that Phoenix ult going to come out? When will you see the aggressive Sentinels on defense? I bet they'll save it for a gun round like this one.
Yeah, you're going to need that too. You don't want to hold on to those ultimates, especially very important ones like the run it back, because, you know, as you continue to play this out, right, you're just not going to be gaining. So if you get it, use it. This is a prime opportunity for them to do so. Expect Sick to potentially run it back directly out of garage just to see if they're going to try and get in front of them.
Careful now.
Which actually he backs up. So he opts to just hot hands it and then disengage from it completely. Instead, he's going to focus his efforts elsewhere.
Yeah, and remember we saw this previously where Sinatra just hides on the other side of that smoke, lets you run by, and then backstabs you while Sick is the distraction. This time, Baby Bay tries to jump through it. Sick and Dapper combine on him. Cages up, keeping him protected from Marv down long C. And FaZe's first attack shut down. I think this is going to be the story of the game, Golden Boy. Sentinels, they know what you want to do, and they actually have the answer for your plans.
They'll need Marv to go and collect that spike, but look at their progress on A. Of course, Sentinels none the wiser to this. They're deep inside of the site here. Frags start to come through. Now Stick with that frag actually is going to level things out on the site, make it a 1v1 as teammates will start to regroup. Marv is so worried about who could be lurking around these corners, and I don't blame him. And now, because of all that hesitation, Marv could not be there to help out Corey.
30 seconds left.
Gets his kill. He could get the spike down, give him some cash, but as soon as he approaches his doorway, ooh, a rare miss for Shazam. They know he's in B now.
Marv pre-aiming above him. No Shazam likes to challenge from the top, and instead he works his way into A. There's still 12
Winnable.
seconds, so Marv is going to get this
10
down.
seconds left.
The question is, can you survive knowing that the op is going to most likely be coming at you from heaven? And there will be a challenge down low. Both players swap into the ARs, as it's going to be Vandal action hunting down Marv.
This will be a trade out instantly. Oh, man. You know, you think about, like, how you would play back all of these plays in your mind. Had Shazam not swung that there, like, that would have been massive for Marv and a big clutch. It goes to show you, right? Just because you're down in a 1v4 doesn't mean it's not winnable.
And just great work as well. I mean, this is a round that should have been cleaner from Sentinels, but they don't risk it. They make sure they're there to trade. They're always
Correct.
in position. This is the bread and butter of the team. Rifles all day, trade for each other, play together, play for the W. They locked that one down in a scary moment.
Yeah, I think Dapper was always going to be in a prime spot there, but he knew where he was, you know. Hey,
Zam's looking for Baby Bay.
Get out of my way.
Knives are out, but no jump off the break.
Nowhere to run.
uh-oh. Bail out, though. Baby Bay
There's
does
Baby
get
Bay.
the knives in front of his face, and then you also had the follow-up from Corey, too. So they've made their way onto site. You're not going to hit that with a candy cane, but that's okay. Marv also making magic happen off screen. Finally, will get wiped out by Sick, and this is just going to be post-plant positioning held for Sentinels. It's going to be tough, but they still have Sick alive. Depending on what utility he has, could be problematic here.
One enemy remaining.
And Corey's just going to dismiss, stand in their face. Good luck, Sick. You can keep your eye on Phantom, but you better start running, son.
They're going to force him out. They want to rip that gun away from him, which will be great for them if they're able to do so.
Thrifty.
Whoever doesn't have a gun is now going to be able to upgrade for free and use Empress. But again, with an ability like that and the kind of player that Corey is, you might as well put that effort into using that ultimate ability this round.
Yeah, and you look at what they did it with, not the best weaponry. They go 3 ults, the Empress on the Stinger. You saw the Hunter's Fury from Raucus was lighting up 2 different players, which he assisted on. And then, of course, Baby Bay getting that first pick on Zoms, opening the door over at A. I felt like it's the perfect time to chime in with 3. And the 3 ults get the work done. Now can you convert on back-to-back rounds here and start to mess with the economy of the Sentinels, because they are sitting pretty in the bank.
And do they even have much progress that they could gain here with Shazam hard committing and holding the angle, giving them no room to operate. Well, that's going on C. You have Marv, who's looking down the barrel. Raucus is waiting as well. And I always talk about this. That is the flexibility of this roster. Oh, that camera's nasty. I love it.
Right? That's just inappropriate. Dapper knows his spots.
Like, I'm offended. I'm offended because that camera exists, you know?
Through the bugles, he finds that tag, by the way.
Through the bugles. I can't with you. Oh, man. Dapper, as soon as that trap wire came through, he saw the lock on and he found the mark. But this is going to be a full commitment on C. Not quite yet.
And Raucus is just going to hold the angle. I'm pretty sure he saw Sick cross. So he is waiting for Sick to come back.
30 seconds left.
Meanwhile, the rest of his teammates are going to be rotating into A site. And this is going to be the break. Corey's the one who leads it, finds the first headshot. Nice shot from above, though, as Zoms is going to find him before he gets behind the box. Bomb's still not planted, they're running out of time.
And they have no choice but to go for this. They were definitely waiting for that recon, but there's just simply nothing that they could do. They had to play that spike. They had no time to do so. A paranoia, big. Zachary just had to worry about Heaven as well as the player swinging the corner. It simply was going to be too much. And Thick looking to just wrap this one up here. But wait a minute, though. Oh, dear. FaZe managing to hold on thanks to Baby Bay with 3 kills.
How did Baby Bay get it done? We'll have to take a look at the mini map and see. But he just got behind 2 players, able to convert them both into quick kills, and then finds the body as Sick goes back. Finishes the round 4-3 Golden Boy. It goes back to the triple ultimates. Now they're right back in the game. You've busted the Sentinels economy. A Bucky out for Sick. And if I'm the FaZe clan, I know one thing. We're not going garage. Let's take our time and win these fights at range.
Yeah, there was that kill, actually, that brought him up behind. And run it back. I think it was a smart play there from Sick, but, man, that was rough. Oh, boy. Well, here we are. No time to talk about what could be the setup because they're looking to go fast into the site. Sick with that Bucky, just can't hit the range. Shazam also is going to whip those shots with the blade. And instead, it's just going to be a running shoot-off there between Baby Bay and Shazam. Zoms is the last man standing, and Zachary on the flank was covering that.
Oh, yeah. That's a nice take from FaZe. What's the longest
beautiful
range fight so we can get? Let's go down C. Okay, smoke it out. Baby Bay, you get behind him. We'll pinch. And you just saw, like, they love to frenzy up on the Sentinel side. He knows the range. That frenzy isn't doing damage to that range. Just dance off with him, upgrade to the operator, and here's where you can start to take this game away. If you win the 1v1 against Shazam, you've got the round at A. Otherwise, go for these picks at C, because C site seems to be the best site so far for FaZe Clan.
Now another look here is Shazam was hoping that someone was going to poke out, but this Lear Cyber Cage combination will get the mind spinning, right? Make them think, oh, that they are going to be looking toward Stewart.
Speaking of catching him looking, Dapper finds Marv looking up in the air trying to find his camera.
They still have that camera in sewer in case anyone's on the flank, so they're good right now. That's why you keep checking that, just to make sure that they're cleared. You'll get a smoke here on Heaven to break off this vision. Well, actually, no, you won't get a smoke. Maybe a cloud burst you'll actually get out of this. But Zoms has the angle here, and if they try and dry peek this corner through dark cover, it will not be good for them whatsoever. But we're instead going to get a shock dart to push him back.
Little jump from Zachary. Says, I'll put my body on the line. And Baby Bay has the operator, so Zoms can't go out too far, and this time it's going to be Corey finding the first. Shazam chimes in with an op from CT, though. And Sentinel's very much in this. Spike's still not planted. Only 25 seconds remain.
Corey's got the beat on one, but is he aware? Oh, he knows, and he sees the drone. He can play around this, but the problem was that that op was going to be looking right at him, and then you had Sick waiting in the wings to protect his Sova. So I think, like, part of the issues that they had there was they did not have the dark cover to be able to break off that vision, so they had to go into that with some utility. They were hoping that the recon dart would be able to force people into corners, but Little did they know, they were just Sentinels were just waiting for retake. They were waiting for FaZe to get onto the site, and then from there, all the pieces fell into place.
Nice job by Sentinels. I mean, even in that final play, it's a perfect example. Yes, he's droning out, but he's got first the operator watching his back. Then he's got Sick on the rifle watching him. Sentinels set each other up so well. And this time, Sinatra running up the gut has not shown it yet on the mini-map. Totally catching FaZe Clan off guard.
Now, I was going to mention how Sinatra was a bit quiet this game, but hey, you'll take 2 kills there. Raucus, though, will manage to zap him to death.
And this is Zachary and Raucus now left in the 2-on-3. Trying to find a corpse is Zach. And honestly, in a 2v3 with a minute on the clock, I'm going for this round. I'm going all in.
He crosses. The op will be there. Raucus has no other choice but to dry peek these corners with an op. You're more than likely not expecting them in garage, but where the Cypher is being positioned here, where Dapper is.
This camera's so annoying. It spots the drone. Immediately, Raucus starts to panic. This forces Zach to watch the window to keep his teammate alive.
No more charges left.
Dapper is playing C-Site so well by himself.
They have forced them back, though, and they can get this spike down. Well, let's see how they
There's the
play this.
paranoid.
Yeah, it waited right at the perfect time now.
And there they just bait one.
Brilliantly.
Bait one. Pinch from the other side. Sentinels on defense, making it so difficult. FaZe with 4 rounds is already impressive for me. If they can finish this 6-6, it's a big win. But they got to go back to the alt toolbox here. They've got 4 ready. Let's see, can Baby Bay lead the charge with the daggers? Again, it looks like Corey is going to buy up, and they could slowly work their way into his sight, but I love the burst we've seen out of him early.
Yeah, and that led to that 1-round win that started this process of them picking up W's and getting into a favorable spot in this game. Sinatra, though, the mid-aggression here was something that FaZe were not anticipating in the slightest. And I thought that when he started a fast move, that they were going to actually turn around and handle him, but no, they did not.
Corey comes in, throws his leer, dips right back out.
Yup, and here's the other interesting part. Baby Bay's going to go right and deep around this drone into mid. Has to be careful, though. Needs to win that fight.
Blocking sight.
Perfect smoke. Shazam.
Whoa.
The confidence. Zoomed in, walks out, and finds the shot on Baby Bay. Sentinels will find Raucus as well. Trying to stay alive in the back is Corey, and this is trouble. They had B site. They were looking good, and all of a sudden, the pinch comes in from 2 directions, and they're in trouble.
Yeah. That basically revealed the position. Shazam was ready for it. And 7-4 will be the count once this gets diffused. I think that they did everything that they needed to do there, FaZe, but I'm a little shocked at I like that Baby Bay went deep, right? Like in most instances, like you would not expect the opper to peak that. But once the tailwind happened on Link, you also heard Shazam's tailwind. So there was always going to be that 50-50 chance there.
Shazam pushing through the smoke. Great job by Baby Bay to get in. And then Shazam just relocating, finding Marv on the rotation, and gets the angle, making sure Zachary can't stop the defuse.
Here's the speed you were wanting, Puckett.
Retakes have been clean, but now they got to get the intro pick. And Baby Bay is going to walk this one back. Knives last all around, so they can take their time here, except Sick is pinching in. That was just the first body. Baby Bay's got to go back for him in the window. And Marv is going to work their way towards C. They know there's always going to be that camera, but actually, as you see on the mini-map, it's going to be Dapper setting up at A if Corey and Zachary get the news.
Oh, look at this
These
cam.
spots.
Yeah, it's
In
a
the
great
flower
spot.
pot, are you kidding me?
It's a great spot for the cam to be. Oh, but they get past it. They hear the camera and going to activate it now. But Corey's okay with that. He's okay with it. He knows where he's going to be located. They know that, like, right now, you got both of these players. They're playing cat and mouse on A, and they don't quite know what's going on. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, oh, geez, they're making so much progress on C. That said, though, Sick does stop Marv in his tracks, and that was a C kill. So they're now thinking like, okay, maybe they're going to be cheating towards C, but here comes the push. Corey's still working this area at A.
Also, credit to Dapper. He's never peeked over. He's never over peeked. Taking shots through the wall, though. Corey's going to find the heaven kill again. Baby Bay on the flank at the perfect time. Connects on 2. Looking for the 3rd, but they've got the info on Shazam. Or excuse me, on Zoms. And they'll get this spike down safely. 3 versus 2. Gotta like the odds for FaZe Clan to finish this 7-5.
That's right. Depends on what Sick has in the inventory to use. He's got one curveball that you may see him use to try and take this. Oh, big kill. Actually can use this curveball here. You gotta know that someone's gonna be inside of hell. Right at the lower side
as well. 2 players in hell with a curveball. Not gonna happen. You were simply out of time, I think, as well.
True.
You had to make a move at some point. And nice job by Corey in that round. He gets the kill up in heaven even after getting darted. Stays alive and close out the round with a crucial pick.
You know, not to sound like a downer here on FaZe, but I am very impressed with how they're playing. This is like a different disciplined type of team, but what we do know about Haven is because it is a 3-site map, you're spreading your numbers. Right, you're always going to have like a solo person holding something, and this is where we see what FaZe are going to be made of here. Like, how do they play around this? How do they support one another on rotations? Because Sentinels, they're meticulous with this.
All right, we're switching sides. That's Raucus, of course, on defense over at the C site, and he is going to see at least 1. But does he know there's 3 more ready to charge out? Even lets himself get hit with the dart.
There's no real other choice here. They're just going to have to play for retake. But Dapper on lurk duty. Picks off Baby Bay on the flank. Marv might be able to get the better of Dapper here, but I think at this point, losing out on Baby Bay, high impact. The fragger would be very, very painful here. But that is just one of the reasons why Marv was our player to watch in this game.
Yeah, anytime I see multiple classic headshots, I'm impressed. 1 right click to the dome. I see that all the time now.
Still doable.
Shazam's got it on lockdown. See, it's Corey, though. I thought Shazam was going to have it, and then Corey just strings 2 headshots together.
And a defuse with plenty of time remaining. A good retake there. Exactly what I wanted to see. The discipline. How is FaZe going to react when Sentinels get everything that they want? And then how are they going to respond when they start dropping some vital hands to take back the site? Marv was instrumental in that. Yeah, they lost out on Baby Bay, but that fight, defeating the lurk, giving them that long presence was awesome. And then just allowed the rest of the team to start to march their way in towards C.
Very nice retake coming in from FaZe. Keeps them in it. And if we can, I would love to check out Zachary's spam at the start here. And then, of course, what is Corey doing? He has been the rock star for the team. Marv pushing out mid, finds the double. Finds Spike as well, and the 3 remaining players will make their way up mid. Sick leading the charge on Phoenix. But it's pistols against SMGs, and the Ares is on the ground.
I was hoping he could get that shock dart on him in the corner. That would have been a real clever one. The angle just wasn't there for him. But what was there were the shots from Corey and Baby Bay. We're all knotted up here. The eco round, the anti-eco round in the second half of play ties this game up and makes this into a very competitive matchup between Sentinels and FaZe.
Sentinels got a game plan here. It looks like 2 spread out at C. Do they go behind a drone? Is it just going to be Sick flashing and leading the charge? They definitely want to get Sick to his ultimate. He's at 5 out of 6. On the other side, it's going to be Zachary playing the Cypher waiting. And there's the drone while Sick gets his ult, gets to the cubby, and here they come.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Oh, that was an interesting cyber cage there, but in any case, so Zachary waiting for this one. Sick gets sent right back in. Here comes the push now. Zachary continued to play right behind the site, and they back away from that. It was just not looking good. They did manage, though, to get some intel as to where they're going to be playing, what they're going to be holding. And this is an wide open A play here. Sick is going to look to take this one immediately and fly through this.
Down.
Nice rotation. Corey with the one pop finds Sinatra.
Fortunately, it flew a little too fast. Didn't factor that. They weren't all fully committed in C, so they had enough time to get around. Both teams met at the same time, which will favor the defenders with the angles that they have. Spike should be down in a moment here. Is right in the outside, so Sentinels are still in a good spot.
3 versus 2 with a very weak Baby Bay.
Spike planted.
And he's only got himself, I think what, one, yeah, Zachary has a Bucky. He can get that gun, it'll be helpful. Baby Bay knows that he's in a very weakened spot. What? No!
Oh,
what?
Clip it! Chat, clip it! Send it to me on Twitter.
He was weak for
Zombs with
sure,
the
but
jump
like,
180.
yeah, Baby Bay just typing LOL.
Well,
Oh man.
don't you hate
That
it
is
when
great.
the enemy player's standing still? You're like, oh, just body shot him to death. Nope.
Bro, that was wild. What a turnaround. Get turned on, Baby Bay. Come on. Look at this. Yep.
And this was nice. They throw out a few smokes at C. They get an early pick. They do big damage onto Baby Bay, and they just back out, make it work over at the A site. Sentinel's showing you that patience. Baby Bay this time showing you he doesn't need patience. He just needs kills. Finds the first to make it a third with the help of Corey, who got a fourth, and that is
What?
the round.
What?
Yeah. Corey,
Did you see
he's
that
got these
tailwind,
flashy
though?
things. Baby Bay's got this like sprinty thing, and they just crush you.
Baby Bay out here trying to play like he's Tracer right now.
He's
You know,
blinking, man. He's blinking on him.
He's trying to zip around all these fools. That was like one of the fastest rounds I'd ever seen.
This is one of the most phased things I've ever seen, though. Like, Baby Bay just throws the cloudburst at the door, charges through it, and then just overwhelms with Corey supporting him. I love watching this duelist duo.
Revealing area.
All right, well, now as we are in a tied game yet again, Corey has gotten far into mid, and I don't know if Dapper is ready for this.
Oh, he'll check it.
prepared. Yeah, he was going to check that corner, but he went a little bit on the closer end rather than the wide angle that Corey was holding.
Ooh. And Baby Bay was able to get one, so not a full waste, but Sinatra upgrades his weaponry. And I feel like as time goes on, Sentinels, they charge up.
Yeah.
Always dangerous at the end of a round.
Yeah, they play really well in those burst moments, right? Oh, nice. He just held on, just got a little bit more information as well as getting the kill.
Cover going out.
3v2 now. And Zom still has a paranoia. He still has one dark cover as well. And there it goes out on the garage window, forcing Corey out.
30 seconds left.
They got to start moving. They haven't really been able to make progress on a site yet. Perhaps it is going to be B. But Corey still has a Lear to work with. Sinatra is beaten, bloodied, and bruised. Rock is still taking some shots on the outside, though, and he was ready for that challenge. In fact, he was ready for both of them.
Yeah, I honestly thought that you saw Sinatra just giving up his life, saying, you get this trade, Zoms, and see if you can clutch the 1v3. Instead, strong finish from Raucus. He's now 10-9. We talked about his improvements moving off of the Omen back to the Sova, and I feel like this is definitely his home. He's one away from a Hunter's Fury, but we got 3 ultimates on the other side. Here's how Raucus closed out the previous round.
Yeah, the swing just simply did not come fast enough there. And even then, I think it was just like a check, and he knew that that was always going to be a tough one to win out on.
Flight. Shock dart.
Drones out, dark cover is there.
Ooh.
And Baby Bay is going to spot the flanker. So you had Sick trying to get behind him. They're all going to call him out. And
They're
Baby
pinned in the
Bay
corner.
is not going to be able to finish off Sick, but the rest of the team's rotating his way, and Baby Bay's just playing with his food here.
Yeah, they're pinned in a corner. Brilliant tailwind to give himself better positioning. But now they have nowhere to go. They got to force their way.
Exactly where you are.
Perhaps this is what the doctor had ordered. With that one kill happening in mid, this is an opening that Sentinels, I'm sure, are going to be very satisfied with, given how the beginning of this round, like, all panned out, right? Like, they were pinned in that back C corner the entire time.
And that's a nice shock dart. It only drops the armor, though. Still 72 HP, and that is not going to last long. Through the cage, nice spray coming through. Raucus and Zachary are going to clutch up. Baby Bay, though, just taking out the first player, putting shots behind Sick, and stalling the movement over to the C site is just a disruptor. Where is the jet on the map? Every round you have to ask yourself when you play FaZe Clan.
Yeah. Baby Bay has been it's been both him and Corey, right? Corey for the mid plays a few times. He's gotten inside of window, which once you're able to accomplish that as a Reyna with the ability for you to dismiss and get freely back over to your team, amazing. And then Baby Bay, he has been aggressive here on A and constantly getting in their face. Now, look at where they at. They are actually going to be focusing more towards C. We're going to see early contact being made here. Sinatra's going to see this.
Corey's
This is
getting
kind
rowdy.
of like, yeah, this is kind of sort of what we saw earlier on, I believe, in the 100 Thieves series.
All right, so he's just dismissing and baiting them into Baby Bay. And unfortunately, Baby Bay goes down, and as Corey will fall, this is an open C site unless Raucus busts out the Hunter's Fury. There's the first tag on the Phoenix, now looking for the body. 2 versus 2, and excellently played because you are at 10 health if you're Shazam.
Oof. And if I'm correct, Sick is also going to have no armor here too. So both of these players, very weak. And Marv is in a great spot on this transition cutoff here in mid. That's one. He knows that they're going to be holding hands
Flash
together.
me.
Last player standing.
Marv almost had it set up. He was confident.
That he was. Now it's going to be left up to Raucus here. He clutched
Raucus
this
has
one
been
out.
good. Last 3 times he's been the last man standing. He's clutched, and there he is again.
Yeah, he's playing with a newfound confidence, it feels like. Raucus in First Strike, he was struggling. I don't think he was really feeling it, and
He
you can
finished the
see it in
match,
gameplay.
Golden Boy, with single digits. And I hate to throw anyone's numbers at them, especially someone who's playing a supporting role, but single digits for a match is unacceptable. They called him out on Immortal Minds, and the man, he looks like he's had a lot to prove and is showing everyone that that was just a one-off, a bad night. This is a fresh new day. This is a fresh new phase. They're 2 rounds away from taking this first map in the grand final.
Cover going out.
Which is honestly more than I had given them. And these teams have met in the past. It always seemed like Sentinels just simply did not, or FaZe Clan rather, did not have an adequate game plan to deal with Sentinels. But as we had spoken with Vandy earlier, the discipline, is it going to be present for FaZe Clan? That has certainly been answered here. They're playing around their utility. The timings have been incredible to watch. They just need to keep this thing going. Don't let your foot off the pedal. Keep going.
And really, the economy has been tough to work with for the Sentinel squad. Normally, they would have a sniper by now. They would have the operator in the hands
True.
of Shazam. He's been on rifle. They've been on SMGs.
Look at Corey again.
Peekaboo.
Another huge kill for Corey here. He knows that they're all going to be surrounding him, but oh, he got stuck in Empress state a little too long. The trade is there. Marv also gets banged up, 24 HP. He needs to bail.
Really nice wall bangs, and instantly you're going to see Sinatra time take control of that garage window. Marv is going to find Shazam on the exit, but more kills being traded here. Sentinels threatening from the
Raucus?
back. Is Raucus going to do it again? It's just Sick left alive here, and he has spikes, so he could relocate.
Remaining.
No time. He's got to go for the plant, and he's going to drop it in the back of sight.
seconds
Easy to protect this, right? 57 health, fakes the heal. Now he's going to cross.
Baby Bane, none the wiser here. He knows, though, with the position of the plant, 6 options are going to be either garage or this back defender side. And that flash has exposed it. But it ain't gonna matter. Sick with a massive clutch. Stops the bleeding for Sentinels.
Nice 1 versus 2 on what could have been a messy round. It could have been even messier if Corey uses that Empress tighter to the wall. Instead, Sinatra stops him in the middle of his ultimate and opens the doors for Sentinels to come back in this one. 9-11. Sentinels got money again. Everything is right in the world if you're a Sentinels fan.
Remaining.
But FaZe is so threatening. Still just 2 rounds away from success.
How do they build off of this is the question. We're not
Alright,
going to
so
get an
Rocket-
early push on A.
Raucus wants that information. And they definitely will leave that A orb for Corey to go work towards his ults potentially. In the meantime, it looks like the push is through garage. They're going to break the trips. And the camera will see anyone who comes out, but they will flood together, will Sentinels.
Oh, smart play. Smart play. But this whole time, though, Zoms has been waiting on the flank. He's going to stay here. He thinks that Marv is going to commit and probably push this. They didn't go for C. So then this is where you start to be, think like, oh, maybe we can actually start pushing this if you're FaZe. On the opposite side, those Sentinels, they haven't gotten anything, so they're good.
Hot Hands is out, but not in time. Marv finds the headshot, and Sick will trade him. But both players now watching from the bench.
Back B teleport. They had already Shazam working inside of this. Now the plant's going to come through. It will be a plant for mid. They don't have anyone at window quite yet, but that's why you're going to start to see them funnel
Yeah, it's
outward.
for Sinatra here. I think Sinatra will be the guy to re-peek it. He's actually going into A, expecting a flank now. It's getting weird here, Golden Boy. I was expecting Sinatra just to cover it with some shocks for mid. Instead, everyone's falling to grass except for Sinatra, who's going for the backstabs.
They are not prepared for Dapper waiting in the wings here, right by the hay. There goes the bait on that one. Shazam nails the shot onto Baby Bay. Doesn't need an op to be able to execute on that one. Sinatra along on the flank there, right by the link. There goes Dapper, gets spotted out. Now it's going to be left up to Corey, 1v2, but there's just not going to be enough time for him to get to that spike. He needs to hold on to that gun, save it, live to fight another day.
That is awesome. I just love watching the mini-map when Sentinels play. Everyone playing for each other. The distraction is perfect. Just one bad dart from Sinatra, but he's still in position to do the damage. I feel like this is the first time we have seen that man negative. FaZe definitely doing something right with their duelist, Corey and Baby Bay, causing problems.
There's always going to be an issue when one of your ace players can't get going, right? But that's why you have Sick and Shazam to hold this together.
And Hunter's Fury is available for the attackers moving forward. So Sinatra doesn't even need to be in the mix to clutch up here.
Uh-huh.
Baby Bay trying to push with Corey. There are a few wires in the back, and Baby Bay will break the first as the dart comes in.
Oh, this is great too. Drone takes out the trap wire at B. They also see where Baby Bay is looking to push. That Cam is going to handle that. They also have a trap there too, in order to give them some more intel if they decide to go for the flank. This is definitely looking like we're going to be treated ourselves to a nice little C play here.
And
Get
you see
this
the
spike down
pistols are
quickly.
out, right? It's Sheriff's C site. You're going to feel good if you're able to drop back down long.
Oh,
Just
no.
got to look out for the close headshots coming out of garage. And Zachary with a bucky doesn't want to land like Marv.
Yeah, unfortunately, that teleport not the best because it got clipped on the ladder there. Always going to be an unfortunate one when that happens.
Corey finds a gun, puts it to use. 2 more challengers, though, and he is going to be wiped off. That's a round that FaZe was expecting to lose. The weaponry was against him. Ults, though, not spent by the Sentinels. So smart with their ult economy. And they could go the distance here, all the way back to steal this 13-11.
Yeah, they really can. And look at that track, right? 4 rounds in a row that Sentinels lost. But at no point did they ever feel like they were going to be out of it. You take this game round by round. Oh boy. Okay, I was about to say maybe Baby Bay looks to get a bit more aggro on long here. Uh-oh, that's going to be a Hunter's Fury setup potentially.
No, I think they're trying to bait it.
You're right.
He's gonna save that. Oh, is it go time?
I know it.
Hunter's Fury's out, and Sinatra is going to do some damage. Doesn't finish the kill, but tags him up.
Enemy down.
Flying right into this one. Rocket, he's been on fire this game. He's going to have the support there of Zachary. The shock dart is actually going to take out Zachary instead.
Now, after they get this plant, look for Zoms to be the hero with his paranoia. Rocket's desperation, Hunter's Fury forces him off. Spike still not planted, but Dapper finds Corey, and this is basically the round. Raucus and a dart, and he's got to make the decision. Do I try and clutch this with 55 HP, or I just keep this Vandal and try and get us to OT?
Revealing area.
Depends on what he ends up seeing, but let's not kid ourselves here. This is going to be very, very difficult if he had attempted to make this happen. And there's no world where Sentinels are not prepared for this from all directions. They have the numbers to do it. And there you have it. Match point in our grand finals here at Game 1. Haven
Match point.
looking good for Sentinels.
And we should remind everybody, this is FaZe's map pick. So they were definitely hoping to win this if they wanted to force bind map 3. The map that Sentinels was avoiding all throughout group stages. Up next, we got Split.
Yeah, and Sentinel's Split is scary. FaZe knows this as well. That's why this win is going to be vital for them here. They're not out of it, though. They can force an overtime. They have guns now. It's all about just his first interaction, his first blood. Getting Raucus. Oh, I like that. The camera to slow things off, but I think Raucus is going to be plenty happy with that, satisfied with it.
Just taking their time, clearing every corner. Raucus the lone man at A, but quickly you could have the rotation from Zachary, who's supporting Baby Bay. And Baby Bay's been kind of quiet. They've been predicting the flanks. They've been shutting it down. And of course, he hasn't had an AR in the last round, but now he does. Corey being spotted out by Shazam, wisely not taking that fight.
Yeah, no reason for him to do so. This Omen battle on C has been interesting, and I say battle in a very loose term because neither has been able to give the other anything, right?
The smoke
Both of them
fights.
are waiting. Yeah, just some smokes. That's it, really. It is going to be A, and the positioning here
left.
tells me a play for the retake, a recon dart too. Give them some intel. Once they push in, they're just waiting for this one, right? Raucus is going to hold this recon dart, and then they're going to hope that they can get another piece of utility in a position to blind them out here, though. But instead, he's going to go ahead and shoot that bad boy out.
Here.
Dapper's been so good. You get him in a position to protect his spike, he is going to play his life, and he will draw out the round.
Still in sight.
Corey with his last flash, he saw one earlier in the garage. There's the second, and they're going to try and jump on it. Zachary takes down Hell. Corey removed from the sky, though, and Shazam's hanging out down long A.
They gotta
Dapper's
go.
been spotted as well. This is trouble, Golden Boy.
Oh, no, but wait a minute, though, with that double kill, but they have to fly. They need to take this one out here. Zoms can't do it. Oh, it's going to be so close, and we're going to overtime. 2 seconds remaining. Plenty of time.
How big is your Marv?
Switching sides.
Marv
Overtime.
finding the double headshot down long.
Yeah.
Is able to clutch it up. That was a whole team attempt, though, on the retake. They gave up the A site. They were waiting for the dart. They were waiting for the smoke to clear. And then all of a sudden, they pounced behind Corey's flash. Great job by Zachary to clear out Hell. That allowed everyone else to focus forward.
You know, Puckett, every time I watch this, I love this game. You just
So
get
good.
you get these like micro battles that take place, the bigger macro fight that happened. these chunks of combat, like these 20 to 30-second chunks of combat that take place, like all these slight interactions that lead to wider outcomes. It's incredible.
Look at this. All right, we got the glass cannon on Shazam. No armor, goes for the op. FaZe, just avoid mid. Do not show your face, Marv. And Shazam, he's going to see where that cloud came from. Make the call.
Look how far back Marv is playing too. He's actually going to be the guy that tries to open up B. This is not going to be a full commit quite yet because they're not getting what they want, but Marv is the man to look out for. Problem is Shazam is wise to this. He can play this angle. That kill happening though actually provides Marv an opening to make his way through B and actually catch Shazam off guard. They just got to hold this one off and let Marv get into that spot.
Marv got to be careful here. His timing is about to run out as Dapper's coming through CT. And that's a double paranoia up top. Dapper should find him any moment, and Marv will finally fall. 1 versus 2. Sentinels with the advantage, but it's Corey left for FaZe.
That was a good call by Shazam too. The immediate attention that was put there. Corey waiting. Oh no, he was not ready for it. The swing from Sinatra. Oh man, everything about that round was awesome. From Marv on mid, Shazam with the call, Dapper with the swing, the hold that they had together, the glass cannon gamble that Sentinels made. Whew.
Match point.
It's getting fun. Are we done at 14-12? Or are we going another round? We'll find out with FaZe on defense.
Oh, Baby Bay's doing it. He's doing it. You know, he's doing it because Shazam did it.
I think he's doing it because he's Baby Bay. I don't need anything but this gun. No smokes. I got a dash and I got a headshot. Let's go. All right, so Sinatra's going to lead with the drone. We've seen this so many times in the past. Normally they collect the free orb, and then they choose to back down or full commit. This time, Sentinels full committing onto the site as Shazam's taking space. Marv is pushed back, but Marv is still holding strong with the Vandal.
And he was pushed back, not necessarily all the way back at defenders. He was still holding that angle. And you would expect with one player left that they would actually go back into the defender side. That did not happen. Despite that, though, a 2.5v2 here because Marv is very, very weak. But he can still contribute.
10 HP, but just his positioning is going to be crucial here. And those dark covers, which he gets back every 30 seconds.
Ouch.
Could be crucial. The spam has been clean so far.
Yeah, this is bad. Very problematic for them. Oh, wait a minute, though. Baby Bay, huge kill. And Zoms, he's going to cut off his vision. He's going to stick it. We're going to another round of OT here, folks. Oh, man. This is good.
Nice job by Sentinels to stay in that one. It was Marv and Zachary on the Cypher who slowed down the push, able to get some early trades. Then, of course, Baby Bay clutching it up at the end with Raucus, who, how many times have we seen him? One of the last 2 alive, able to walk away with the dub. Now it's the attack, though.
Glass cannon again.
This has been FaZe's weakness if they don't have ultimates. When they have ults, I feel way more confident about their attack. But you're starting fresh half of the way to your ult.
That's true. Their ult game has been on point, but OT, you get a set amount of money if you're watching Valorant for the first time. Set amount of money you can use. They know now.
Spends his wise.
Yeah, he did. Oh, he did.
Double him up.
And that was Spike Carrier too.
Dodges Zachary's camera. If he hits him through the wall, I'll give you $100 Shazam. Not happening. All right. Taking your time is FaZe Clan, and they're always waiting for this man, Corey, to get that intro pick. Brings this to a 3 versus 4. And it looked like they're going to fall off of A. Instead, they're committing. Nice flash dodge. Corey's still in position to do damage to stick up top.
Corey is in such a low angle here.
He's hit this spam shot 3 times already, though, on the attack. I believe in him. Instead, he's going to be burned alive, trading out there with Dapper. 2 on 3, though. And with Spike planted, they could buy time here.
Oh, that was nice with the knife out and then drifting around, allowing Raucus to swing for the kill. They're going to stick this one, though.
Camera's not deep enough, and they're not going to know in time.
Oh!
Sentinels, clutch.
A play! What a play! Only for them to clutch it!
Match point.
Oh, that is milliseconds. And shout out to Shazam. He knows his timing. He just holds it.
Dude, that is crazy.
From losing 2 players to bringing it back to that scenario, I mean, that alone deserves an applause for FaZe. But this man, how clutch is he? First blood, second blood, spike down, hold it. I'm going to get this defuse off just in time as he listens to the camera, knows he's got an extra second.
I genuinely thought Zachary had that. I really, really thought he did. Okay, well, let's reset for a moment now. Match point once again for Sentinels. They win this. They'll take game 1. It has been a battle thus far, but the war is far from over. You can see this respect that they were playing Puckett. They flashed around that corner, maybe thinking that in these later rounds, you could see some deep cover on A long. That is something that FaZe Clan could take advantage of. But look at Corey.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, either Corey or Baby Bay are pushing you from one direction. Which one is it? That is always the guess. Corey finds the first pick on Sinatra, just dips out here. Sentinels try and respond by rotating, but Marv is wise to it. He takes the power position at box.
I got the spike.
What a flank from Corey. Now the chess pieces continue to move. Still got that utility at B and C. They're going to play for retake on A. And they're just waiting. They're waiting to see what the move is, right? With only a few seconds remaining, there is no choice. They just need to get onto a site, place the spike.
And you got the right characters. Yeah, I was going to say, Jet's getting into a nice position here. They heard it, so they're expecting it.
Indeed they did. Now it's just Dapper, but an easy swing around the corner for Marv. And this game continues on Haven, people.
The chat says vote draw. Never. We're going again and again and again and again. How many do you think Corey's going to end up with? I'm going 42 here.
Overtime.
40. Chris, are you insane? 42?
Oh yeah, we're getting into the 20s for rounds for sure. Neither offense is getting a chance.
See, you make these outrageous claims, Chris, and then it doesn't happen. You know, like, be like me, you know, call the 2-0 perfectly. Right?
I have more faith in Corey getting 7 more kills than I do in FaZe Clan closing it out with back-to-back rounds. Or Sentinels closing it out with back-to-back rounds at this point.
Okay. All right, again now, Shazam in this common spot for Jet. Look at this. They can actually take advantage of this because if they hold it for a few more seconds, I mean, surely you'll start to see some progress being made on the defenders to push into Sewer, maybe. Because they don't really have much information besides Garage has been a point of interest here. Ooh, this curveball could be bad.
You saw a drone come out B, so you know Sinatra is either playing deep Garage or somewhere back B site. But this has been a very slow round. So far, 40 seconds have burned off. 50 left to play with here.
And they're making it seem like the focus is going to be on C or B, but Corey has made more progress on A. He's inside of the A site, but needs to get this kill, and Zoms was waiting for it. He knew that there was a possibility that Corey or Zachary, that someone would be on the lurk.
30 seconds left.
Marv is the one who is trying to lurk from B site, but he just lost his 2 buddies who are trying to entry at A. So Marv is just going to desperation try and buy them the B time to rotate in, get this spike down, and then maybe lock it up over on C. We'll see how they play it. Zach throwing up the cage is going to get the spike planted.
10 seconds left. Spike planted.
Smart to have your Sova outside with shock dart arrows potentially. Marv, though, unreal from him.
3v3.
It's another
Marv
kill
is
for him.
clutching.
You've already asked so much of Marv in this half and or in this particular overtime game. He did his job. Watch out on the flank, though. You have Zachary pushing forward here. Another shock dart's going to do some damage, but he could stick it again. He's got to go in there, and he's got to go, and he's got to look at him. He's got to look at him. Oh, my God. Oh.
Not again, Zach. This time he runs through, takes down the wrong player first, but then whips it over onto Shazam. And we are seeing FaZe win an attacking round that they lost the first 2 players. All thanks to Marv, in my opinion. Marv is so clutch on that work with the Omen, and a nice job on the rotation to get the spike down by Zachary.
I want someone to like do that whole thing and instead do the Mediger solid, like, you know, with the exclamation mark, because you can tell Shazam's like, oh crap. Ooh, there we go.
Sinatra drone, check the corner. Then they'll try and peek it with some hot hands, maybe. Instead, Sick is gonna come charging out and finds the headshot. They've taken sight.
They got full control of this thing. And I'm actually kind of shocked that they ended up giving garage control like away.
Spike planted.
I think there may have been some utility on there, but it just was not enough now. Great position for Sentinels to be in. They have all the angles, but Baby Bay is going to try and turn water into wine.
1 enemy remaining.
But I don't think that's really going to happen.
Raucous loves wine. Not enough of it. All right, so we're at 30 rounds. Corey hasn't hit anything close to my 40 yet. But keep track, chat. Keep track.
You are.
There you can see Shazam's buying it up again. Glass cannon down the middle. That's what he's been doing. This time, is he going to go for the long A challenge? Corey's been trying to play around the cyber cages here, as Cypher will be setting those up normally as the cross. And Shazam's come close on a few of these strikes.
This is going to be a different look than before, where they would get through aggression Corey further ahead, but they are not anticipating this timing here. Oh man, this is bad. Now Corey has the spot. Yeah, he's getting tagged out. He knows that one more is still going to be here, though. Does he have enough time to be able to back away? His
Big got
instincts paid out.
Sinatra. You got to pick on both perimeters.
Eagle-eyed.
And Dapper is able to punish them attempting to come into spawn. But a 2-on-4 now for Sentinels.
I don't think they were able to whisk away the operator. But Corey did go back for seconds on A. Dapper might not be aware of this. Zachary just needs to stall this thing out now, while Zoms and Dapper try to get to work here on the site. But here comes Corey, and they're prepared for this.
1 enemy remaining.
Great connection there for Zachary, and this has just been the tandem duo of these supports for Raucous and Zachary, giving their teammates that fighting chance. Now, match point in overtime for FaZe. Corey added 1 kill to his overall 40 that Puckett has predicted.
He slowed down, man. Every hero runs out of gas. The marathon's just too long. I don't think either of us expected 30 rounds.
If this goes to another FaZe attack, they have to be prepared for the push from Corey. They have to.
30-second round is underway.
Oh, we're gonna get a fast plant.
And of course, it's win by 2 if you're confused why we keep swapping sides. Instant plant is down, and things are looking good. Marv just got a nice pick on Dapper, though, peeking out of garage.
Corey's on the flank, and there's no utility to help out. Zachary does not get the halfway defuse here. If Corey gets this kill, and Sinatra knows that he's got a lot to deal with. Oh, this is bad now. Let's see how Corey's going to elect to approach this. Both Leers have been used. He's got the angle, but Zoms was clean. 1v1 now. Raucous, he's been so great in these so far. The reposition, he's got to commit to it. Yeah, he has no choice. And we continue.
We go again.
Switching sides.
All right, attackers
Overtime.
just clutched up after it was all defense. Will someone hold strong on defense now? The operator buy is still coming in from Shazam, and honestly, that's something I'd love to see swapped up. Go back to the AR, Shazam. Switch up the tempo on these guys.
He hasn't really had an opportunity to be that impactful with it, though. He's gotten a few kills, but it has not been enough to. I think like maybe we'll see that switch up a little bit later. But for right now, I like that Shazam's doing what he does best, holding an op at A long.
They'll cross, and it's going to be Corey working with Zachary, who has been very strong as this game goes on. Zachary is heating up. Shazam baits him into Zoms perfectly. He was not attempting to shoot his operator there. He was simply setting up his omen, and that's why I love Sentinels so much.
Yeah,
These
they
little
knew that they
ego
were going to get
checks.
aggressive.
And
They
the
knew
punish.
that they were going to do that, Puckett. Like, they were prepared. Look, he's still
Zoms
there.
is he's just holding it. He says, all right, if Corey's going to lurk here, we'll take out Corey. Anyone else wants to lurk, I'll still be here. We've got 2 on B. We've got our Cypher set up on C. We're good.
That A-Lurk has been killing them in those phase attack rounds. So I'm glad to see the change up from Sentinels. Now Shazam. That's
Marv,
where you
too
probably
swift.
would have want that armor, but I think they'll be okay here potentially.
Marv burns his
Ooh.
ult. He can go opposite side. Now he's going to go straight into a wire if he's not careful post-plant. And he knows about it. Stuck. And then we'll have to fight his way through with 8 HP and a dart in his body.
Oh,
And that's not going to last long. Yeah, we kind of
No.
all saw that coming. But thanks for drawing it out, Marv. Made it
Yeah,
more
that-
interesting.
the teleport with the arrow in your body, just because you go into a state of, you know, what's the transparency is an omen, you disappear. That dart's
Switching
still going to be
sides.
there, baby.
Yeah, it's
You
fine.
can't get away from it.
All right, this is Corey's ace round.
Corey's ace round, you're calling out. This is bold, man. He got
Well,
bold.
he's at 35. He needs 5 to get to 40 before this game might be over because Sentinels are looking really good right now.
So the only option for phase is for Corey to get an ace. Got it.
No,
All right,
I
here we
think
go.
he could slow work. I think he could slow work, but it'd be better if he did.
Would be pretty sick.
Did you want a 35 round Haven? Because it's possible.
You know, at this point, I've accepted my fate.
Yeah, we're in. I'm buckled in. I'm ready.
Yeah.
All
And
right,
this is
Sick
just
leading
game
the
one.
charge here.
This is just game one.
Cage triggered. They found my wire.
Zachary's hearing a lot of movement down low, but there's not much that he can actually react on.
Shock dart. Shock dart.
Show me these darts. Okay.
Ooh, those are nice ones.
Cage triggered.
Trying to pick off that player who sits right below window. And they're all going to try and hit this together. You can see him spread. Corey still being held off on the flank. Nice awareness coming in from Dapper.
And still some more stall. Everything that they're doing here, Sentinel, is just stalling him out now. We only have 2 players remaining on the flank. You got 1 more. That's it, though. It's now down to Marv. Can Marv be the superhero that this team needs? Not enough time remaining. The drone's going to be able to call him out. He's going to get shot through the dark cover. And that is going to be a wrap on game 1 of our grand finals here at the JBL Quantum Cup. It's Sinatra and the boys and Sentinels going up on go from that, especially if you're looking to focus on a flash into B main and then make your way out onto B side itself. Like you just get a ton of value with that flash.
And honestly, I was wondering, like, how do you keep Corey on Reyna and yet still get a raise here for split? That brought out the triple duelist from your defenders, and I want to see what FaZe Clan have in store. Raucus using his first paranoid, catches his first kill. All right, tying up his previous split performance. I love the man heating up,
1 enemy remaining.
doubling
I
him
like-
up.
Just the Raucus fan club over here, you know, we're
Yeah.
just making him up the entire time.
No, well, I mean, the man went through enough crap for too many weeks. It was just
That's
Twitter
true.
trolls and forum trolls and wherever the trolls live these days.
Mostly
They were all
Reddit.
taking shots at my man. He just doubled his numbers. He's sitting on top of the kill feed and he's got a Spectre in hand over at B site. But this is kind of expected, right? Defenders are always going to have the advantage on split, even after the changes in my mind. And winning the pistol is crucial. FaZe to get it done that quickly. This is setting themselves up for success. And this is a team that runs with that momentum. You got to slow them down if you're the Sentinels. Maybe take this as a very long, drawn-out round.
And because it's anti-eco, you'll see some more pushes like what Raucus is doing here at B main. He'll start to approach this one, and that will have to give Marv a little bit of pause here. But there we go.
Knives are worth $100 in a tournament.
He waits that out too. Oh, I think he ended up getting a dink there. No, he did considerable damage to the Cypher, but they'll just jump through that. At that point, though, that stings, because a 1-for-1, but you gave the enemy a gun. They could work with that.
And you didn't do a ton of damage. Remember, Sky is able to heal up everyone in that radius. So peppering them with the SMG, she just brings them back to 100 health. Maybe they're missing some armor, but this is a 4-man squad that's sitting on 100 HP and still in a position to do damage as they carry that forward.
Baby Bay waiting this one out. Does make contact with them and sees where they are. A brilliant reposition too, giving up the sight, putting Corey in a position where he is going to need to dismiss, because if he didn't, he would have gotten challenged there. But there you go, the cross from Zachary. And as Shazam now starts to ponder what his game plan would be in a 1v4, it's just going to be getting loaded up with bullets, courtesy of Baby Bay and company.
And nice job by Baby Bay. No ego peek there after the first raise comes up. He just blast packs out of there. You saw Corey dismissing perfectly around the corner, baiting out for Zachary. Everyone doing their job. But this is the real round. You're keeping your guns from the second round by, going up against the full ARs. If you somehow win this, you are feeling incredible as a FaZe Clan fan.
This is where Sentinels shine. Now that they have these weapons, there's a reason why their win rate on this map is so high. They put in the work here.
Baby Bay's just got to chuck his bomb just to get that mobility.
Man, he couldn't get away from the boombot in time. Perhaps this kill would be nice for him, but the bigger gun, he also was a little bit healthier too. Let's tag him up though, a decent amount.
And Dapper down to 65 HP, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal. Remember, Sky can always heal him up as well, and she's just regrouping. We don't think about the Sky heals too often. Well, not
no, we don't.
You see a ton. Well, bringing her out twice, both Icebox and Split for the Sentinels is sick.
Yeah, also like Sky's usefulness in those eco rounds too, like pistol rounds, that heal. Oof, man, you get banged up a little bit. You know, you're gonna go for the post plan and the pistol round. You got Sky to bring you back up to a fighting position if the Sky stays alive, right?
Zachary trying to hide, but that grenade is perfect. 9 HP. Did they hear him relocate?
30 seconds
Zachary's
left.
going to try and get a little bit cheeky here, Golden Boy.
At least
Nice
he's able to
first pick.
pick up Shazam.
Charging right in. Spike is not planted. 19 seconds left. So Corey still has a chance here, but he needed help from above. This is tough.
Yeah, they're gonna need to make the cross. He goes for the big shots. And because they get the kill, that will be the win for them, as well as the extra cash they get for the spike being planted. FaZe got close though, Puckett. They got very close to making this a bad half for Sentinels.
All right, Corey is going to be able to spend every last credit, as will Marv. Remember, they're playing the triple duelist. Raucus is the one throwing the smokes. And Zachary has been switching up his position, playing that Killjoy. He's been on B. You saw him rotating around quite a bit. This time is going to start off with the turret up in B heaven.
I prefer the triple duelist with one Sentinel. I know the TSM have been doing the no Sentinel triple duelist, and they've had success. Maybe not as much recently, but they've had some success with that. But I always feel like having that one agent that could lock down a site, it's so vital.
They're giving up mid every round, it looks like, so far, which is a bit surprising when you think of the power of a raise grenade.
Here.
But FaZe has a plan. They're going to let him get close and then hopefully jump on him at once, as Baby Bay will play off the contact.
Ooh.
There's the trade. Zachary takes down Zoms right after that first kill.
Yeah, and had they had a flash there to be able to push that, maybe, but with the positioning and where Reyna is located, they just did not have the capability to be able to do that to support though. Sinatra, brilliant force out with that paint shell, now leaves Raucus to hold this on his own on B site.
It's so fun to watch
Fast plays.
Sinatra as well. It's like, you know, he's done that multiple times to other people. As we're talking, though, the kills are landing. Raucus finds 2, and Corey distracts from above both of the former Overwatch League pros, picking up 2 in the round. And at 3-1, Sentinels, we'll see what buy they're able to put together. And it looks like we might see some stingers coming out, as Sinatra is going to keep some money in the bank. We haven't seen a single operator on the map yet either.
And now, depending on where these bots are going to be placed, dictates where Zachary's going to play because of the recent changes made to Killjoy. Earlier, they gave up mid control. Now they're going to look to bring Corey inside of vents. And we're also getting, I think it was a fast peek there from Baby Bay too. But overall, everything's going to be happening quickly. The alarm bot will cue them as to their location, but I'm sure that the boom bot did as well. They see where they went.
And that's a nice Killjoy nano. Zachary is going to force him out of vent. Baby Bay was watching the flank, so they know exactly where 2 players are positioned. Sinatra trying to stay alive. Knowing there's a lurker nearby, and he will find Baby Bay in the vent. So mid is opened back up. And as I say that, that's exactly where this spike is going. As Shazam distracts, everyone else is booking it to be.
Yeah, those frags had indicated so much body placement there by FaZe. They had a lot of agents all circling around that site. But now this is going to leave things wide open, and a neural theft now will create this cutoff here at steps. Just as I say that, though, Marv body Sinatra 2v2. Empress as well for Corey.
Yeah, we got to remind you, they're playing with a classic and a stinger here on B site. So tight angles only going up against the ARs.
Dapper waits this one out. So smart there. And then the moment that is sick, he ran back around to get that gun. But what was even better was that he waited for the prime moment that he was going to be in that spot. So that just so smart there from Dapper and Sick.
And I think Sick actually purposefully let them hear him. He went, he picked up the Vandal, he stomped around a little bit, and that's why both players were looking at CT. In that instant, you get the re-peek to come through. The backstab is clean. And there we have it. 3-2 is your score. And guns belong to Sentinels again. First eco of the game. I'm keeping track. How many ecos are we going to see?
Yeah, ooh. Marv getting banged up here.
They had Sick pin in the corner, but so much pressure is coming up this mid.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm worried about, is Raucus really hasn't been smoking mid too much. Mid has been free every single round.
Yeah, you're right. Like they could block mid early on with the smokes, but he's really focused on handling whatever's going on at B and then preserving those smokes, always ensuring that he has a smoke available. But sometimes, you know, at the start of the round, it's okay to dump both of those smokes as you wait for the moves of the enemy team. Now we got this plant here. Sentinels are in a great spot. Corey, though, 1 kill brings him back up to a fighting position. Will someone sacrifice themselves so that the Reyna can get the heals? And this is going to be the trade for that here, too.
Sinatra's just trying to bait him around the corner, knife out, maximum mobility, the classic Dapper coming out charging. And Corey is going to run for his life to keep this Vandal up. 1 Lear to save him. And Corey's normally good in these 1v1s. It's when you throw multiple at him that he's going to get in trouble, and they all converge.
I think he knew that it was nowhere for him to go. It was like a horror movie.
Like, which exit do you want to die on? This one. 3-3, and honestly, Sentinels are playing this incredibly well. Despite losing pistol and losing the first gun round.
Yeah, they're FaZe's defense has been to give mid up a little bit, and I think you're right. Oh well, okay. Is that a no? They actually call that back, unless I was wrong there. So there goes the rival smokes. There's Sinatro with the first blood on Baby Bay. That will certainly sting them. You'd want that raise for pushing back, but Marv, oh my goodness, Marv. Had he been able to get that shot there, the round complexion changes entirely.
Showstopper is available for Sinatro, and you can see 3 players just hit ropes as Raucus looks away. Worst timing ever. And now A site, well, it belongs to Sentinels. Zachary forced back by Sky, and Sick is going to continue down to apply the pressure as everyone is running over site. Spike's going to get planted. Zachary's probably going to keep his gun up. But excellent execution from Sentinels. No one looked at him on mid, and then your A rope was distracted.
Yeah.
This is fixable for FaZe. The question is, when are they going to realize it?
It is very fixable, but what utility do they use to give them that, right? Because part of me is thinking, like, if you dark cover it, they might just ignore it, you know, and just go through, because they know that they're really not prioritizing it. And even if you do dark cover, like, you're still giving them the ability to hop on the little ledge and jump up into that little nook by the box. So there isn't many options for them. Maybe they could play a turret there to give them an indication. I don't know. It just seems like their agents are better spent in different locations than where they are right now, but they do need to fix whatever's going on at mid.
Honestly, it's Baby Bay with the op there. If he was on Jet, I feel like that would be a comfort zone. Or maybe it would be Corey pinching down from top B behind his flashes. But he's, so far in this game, kind of avoiding the early action. So we'll see what happens. Marv could also always change up his position. He's been that Phoenix. Keep your eyes on player 2 on that mini-map, as he's constantly been moving around. Last time, he was going for the 2 versus 1 over on the A ramp.
Peek around here. Oh no, Marv is, yeah, that's
Done.
bad.
Baby Bay
He's
takes
cooked.
the worst of that, so Marv is going to be down to about 10 HP, has to heal up, and Baby Bay gone for the round. Here comes the mid hit. All 3 players pushing through that smoke. Raucus can't scare them. And now they know they have just one more player to beat, but Marv is holding his own with the Sheriff so far.
Yeah, but at that point, though, with them getting mid and marching on to A heaven, they now have the pick of the litter as to where they want to go here, right? It is going to be a commitment on A. Good attempt by Raucus, but Zoms had the better gun, had his teammates to back him up here. 2 players still standing, one on the flank. It's going to be Corey. He grabs that Phantom and might just bail on out of there.
And this is another save for Zachary. You saw him at the end of last round, just keeping his gun. Well, as Corey goes deep, Zach is going to hold his angle and just try and trade guns out. Dapper with a 360. Clip it again, chat. Thank you, JBL, in advance.
No. I refuse. I will not allow that to exist. That is great.
Replay guy, can we just cut away from the rest of this round? Nothing will be better than what we just saw. Dapper with the leaping 360 headshot.
That's a TOS violation. Delete the VOD.
Zachary got hacked against. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not your fault, Zach. It's not your fault.
I can't wait till chat sees that. They're going to lose their collective minds. This is hilarious.
Earlier it was
Dapper's
Zoms with the
response.
180. I thought a 180 jump shot was cool. Dapper says, yo, hold my beer.
Did you see Dapper just typing in? He like typed but he like hit G, so it's just get the look. Here's 150. Here's 150.
Enemy remaining.
Oh my God. I love it.
He was 150.
Tony Hawk's got nothing on my man Dap. All right, let's go. Dapper throwing out the super frisbees, as you and Rivington pointed out yesterday. Up and over the wall. Don't take any damage. Play it safe. Know your angles like Dapper does. And they're just going to wire up and get out of there after losing Shazam. Finally, it's the first blood for FaZe. Finally, FaZe with weapons in hand.
This game is kind of ran away from FaZe here, and I think it's because of moments like that, right? Where Baby Bay is, or anyone really, they're trying to make a play happen, they get in front, and then out of nowhere, they're just getting dinked, and then they're dead. You know, like, everything that can go wrong is going wrong for FaZe. Lockdown initiated, though.
And Dapper,
They're going to push this instantly.
he's just going to get rid of it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he got it. So he destroys the lockdown. There's really nowhere else for them to go. Corey made some noise there, and in an attempt to try and catch whoever was standing there off guard, Zoms heard that one happen as the footsteps came through. Yeah, I mean, this is basically going to be another win here unless something crazy happens with Marv.
Player standing.
Sinatra just brute forcing his way on site. Now Raucus in the 1 versus 2. And it's not going to happen. I feel for Raucus because he's having to rotate late every single round over here to get to A. I feel like maybe it's time to put up some Killjoy equipment inside the vent on the ramp, and then we can all just watch low. You know, let's switch up the positions of our equipment.
Yeah, because if you're not going to have a body there and give it up, you might as well play some utility, something to give you a cue that they're there.
That's exactly the game plan. As you can see, player 1 hanging out on the Raptors, now dropping down. It's going to be Zachary trying to get the job done with robots. Nice flash over to B is going to get Corey to bite on it. Corey's going to try and flank just as the push comes up mid normally. This time there's 3 bodies set to protect it.
Boombot to stall. Corey's there. Corey's there.
Zoms has been caught early. He gets caught again. Okay, so Corey gives up his position, but unlike Raucus, he's just going to dip out. Meanwhile, the hit is coming in at A. Already top of the ramp is going to be Dapper. 3 of them pushing from low.
Oh, the rocket doesn't connect. And instead, it's actually going to be a kill from Sick down low toward the ramp side, but Zachary just patrolling in the backfield here.
And that spike, very risky move across the top from Marv. As Dapper was still holding the angle, and Dapper can continue to do damage here. Just lines him up, and Shazam finds one in the back. So
I know exactly
Zachary, after having all of his buddies around him, finds himself in a 1v2.
Oh, dude.
It shouldn't happen, Golden Boy. That shouldn't happen.
That should not happen. But what did happen was Shazam pop blades went right in the screens. Right click, 1 player dead. At that point now, you're thinking to yourself, perhaps they'll take out Dapper. They know he's there. He already shot at Marv, but he manages to clutch out 2 big kills, and as a result gets a neural theft, locks down the round for them. That is going to be 6 in a row for Sentinels. They are running away on the attack here in the first half.
FaZe got to be kicking themselves after this one. This should have been a defense that they ran away with after winning the pistol round. And giving up that last one means they are going again with weaker weaponry. The uphill battle continues. And Baby Bay, he's used all of his gear just to slow a potential mid push. Meanwhile, again, it's the quick rotation. Here they come at the A site. So long as you keep Zachary up, you got a chance at slowing him down. But he is getting pinched from all angles.
Bomb grenade out.
So much of that Killjoy utility is located low, and they're still getting into heaven with no real concern there. And here we are, another plant for Sentinels.
Spike planted.
Granted, they don't have the guns to be able to handle this, but perhaps with Baby Bang and Corey with that Guardian, he is a headshot machine. It could be quite helpful for him. There goes the push. I said he was a headshot machine. He certainly lived up to it. Now it's just going to be left up to Corey. This is doable. This is very doable. And just like I say that, Sinatra says, nah, Golden Boy, it's not doable. So shut up.
I was just smiling the whole time. I was like, yeah. Keep telling the dream. Keep telling them the story. They're in trouble.
Can you imagine, though, if Corey wraps that corner and just pop, like you could do that with the Guardian.
True. We've seen him. We've seen him
I've
before.
seen his aim labs. He's like pulling out like almost a near 140,000 point grid shot.
I'll tell you what separates Sentinels and a few of these other top tier teams from squads like FaZe who are trying to get into the top 4 in a lot of people's power rankings. It is the agent availability. It is the agent pool that you can dig into. You have seen what Sick is doing in this tournament, playing 3 different agents across all of the maps. FaZe,
Yeah.
they're avoiding Icebox, and honestly, I don't love the look when Marv is off of his Omen. He just seems to be a little uncomfortable. When Baby Bay is not on his Jet, he does not have the same impact.
And even though Raucus is getting kills this game, you know, him on the Sova versus him on the Omen, there it's completely different, right? There's just a lot of things here, though, that so far, though, even though FaZe are reacting very well in this round. I was going to say, even though FaZe have been reacting well to what Sentinels have been throwing out there, it still doesn't feel as clean as they were on Haven, for example. But that's something that they are going to just continue to improve upon, as this team has grown so fast. But they're not out of this, not by a long shot. It's just going to be a lot harder with how good Sentinels are on Split.
Sentinels are so well-rounded. They wanted to master this map as soon as it came out. They grinded on it, willing to take on any challengers. And now in the grand finals, it's their map pick on the attack. They've already put up 8, going for their 9th round as the spike goes down. It's up to Marv in the 1v2 to spoil their plans.
Spike planted.
But you're so right, Puckett. FaZe get this split taken care of and hop into the lab and drill some strats, and they can be dangerous.
One enemy
Ooh.
remaining.
Speaking of dangerous, it's Marv. Now he has to locate this next player, but that site is so big and there's a lot of nooks and crannies you can hide around here. The cross is out. Marv gets to the other side. He does not have a lot of time to work with. He tried to bait it out, but Shazam was ready for him and nails a headshot.
All right, 9-3 half. Let's switch sides. Now you got your triple duelist. This is supposed to be good for entry. How did they get it done? They got the double flash, the grenade here from Baby Bay to force anyone out of any position they want to attack.
Or Dapper could just do more 360.
Or we could see
Raised on.
360 jump shots from a Cypher. Anything could happen here in the second half.
Enemy remaining.
Anything can happen in this series at this rate. Like, I mean, I've seen some wild stuff take place. Oh, man. So, you know, okay, for FaZe, pistol round win here, you start to add on, right? You got to take this round by round. You can't think about what happened in that last half. You can only look forward here. And if they get these first 2 rounds, this is a strong start for them.
They're going A at the start. Here's the heavy flood up through the ramp. Hawk is going to be met with the Leer. And it's all classics going back and forth. Now, Sick can always heal up his buddies. Can't heal himself. And he is down to low health early.
That's the advantage of the duelist Puckett. You can just fly at them. You throw a grenade, a Leer, another flash around the corner. I mean, you name it, you have it. You have a Molly as well with hot hands. So much can be done. On the other side of the map, though, Zachary is looking to make some progress at B main. Sinatra in a very familiar position that you'll see Sinatra hold, and you're expecting him to be there. That's why Marv was prepared for it. Dapper was also ready for that drop happening too. Sick coming in for the assistance. Paranoia connects. Dapper, though, still holding on.
Smart on Sick not to heal his buddy there. Didn't want to give up his position in the smoke. Lull him to sleep, and now he pounces. Takes down Raucus, who is planning. This gives Zoms a chance. Instead, it's the second pistol round. So FaZe won the first pistol round. They took the second round. After that, they stalled out. Now they've got up to their 4th round. They've got a gun advantage. Will they be able to make something happen here? They look way more comfortable when they're able to hold W instead of worrying about which angle they're going to get picked on.
Yeah, they have to play to the aggressions, or sorry, the composition strength, which is aggression. Also, I'm looking for Zachary to make a bit more progress on B so that when they're in a position to shift from A to B, if that happens again, Zachary is there to do so. That said, though, the turret placement outside, just to kind of hold off in case flanks happen too, that's another good read there from Zach. Shazam's anticipating this with the Bucky now. Manages to get 1 kill, and he gets out scot-free. Some damage, but not enough to put him down. Another kill there. That's going to be Sick this time around.
That's a lot of value for a 200 credit weapon. The shorty being put to work. Marv, though, on this Phoenix, playing fast and furious into B. And there's just one man in their way. Do they know where he's at? Haven't seen the camera.
Cage triggered.
And now Dapper's starting to slow him down, using his utility one bit at a time. Marv is going to find him, and this comes down to a 3v3, but guns are definitely in favor of the men on site.
Paranoia should be able to open up sight, but Marv had already gotten in their face. Sinatra's on this. They know it, but especially after Marv went down. Also, I do want to highlight Marv's little shimmy jump there that he did with the firewall. That was so that he can get to the other side of that double box. Just brilliant, because I think that the player outside was not expecting him to challenge around that closed left corner. He thought that maybe he had crossed and was waiting for that wall to come down. Like little tiny details that have happened here. And Marv, he actually looks very comfortable on Phoenix when he's pushing with the two other duelists behind him. Like you could see that there's a lot of purpose with every move he's making.
It's going to be Dapper time over here at B. I have a feeling this is going to be the commitment with Marv leaning. He's got the support. They're just hunting for the camera. They heard it at the start.
Dapper cannot give this up. He can't give it up.
Come on, let's go.
And here's the run it back. Cage instantly triggered. Wire and a headshot from Corey. There goes that ult.
Yeah, but with the run it back, they take out that trap wire. They also take out the camera.
And Corey is just backing out. I was nervous that Corey was going to overcommit, but Shazam actually peeks in mid. So a lot of noise at B, and they're just going to back this out wisely, because if you look where Baby Bay's at, he is all alone, just one man in his way back sight. Where is the Omen? That's the question. He saw him at the start, and he hasn't seen him for at least 15 seconds.
They don't know. Well, now they do. Baby Bay does not get the kill. Finally, the follow-up is there. You know one more is going to be on site. But with all the footsteps that are circling about here, Zoms has to turn his head 360 degrees on a swivel. Spike is going to be collected and set down in a moment here. Also, pay attention to where Marv is located. Top of heaven. He is prepared for anyone that could be looking outside of this window.
You ready for some Hawks? Oh, neither is sick. I was hoping he was going to have some ready for this break-in. They're happy to have just grabbed some weapons. And we'll see what he can do here with the Phantom. Big corner, and it's going to be held down from Baby Bay. Baby Bay, the Huron A so far. Dapper stuck between Marv and Baby Bay, and he will fall. As so far, so good for FaZe on the attack. Maybe Split not so defender favored anymore with these compositions.
Yeah, well, it's just the composition in general. You know, I do think, though, that if FaZe were to go back, they could change some things up, like not dumping all the Killjoy utility on A site, maybe putting some of that up in heaven, since that was a bit of a problem area for them. But overall, I mean, on attack, yeah, FaZe have been stupendous thus far, living up to what this composition is capable of doing.
I'm really like what Corey's accomplished in this tournament and continues to do here in the finals. He got the first blood again. This time it's Baby Bay, his counterpart, the other duelist mainstay here for FaZe, opening up the A site. Spike's still down. It's got to be gathered, but that'll be Raucus scooping it up. And now he needs to know, guys, are we still committing to A, or should we double this back to B? And if it was me with Marv in this position, I say take this B. That exactly looks like the game plan will be in the next 15 seconds. One man trying to sprint his way there will be sick, the first one to arrive on the site to defend.
Yeah, but he only has 1 HP, so at the very least, he's maybe going to tag one, but yeah, that doesn't even happen there. So B is open and exposed. They'll clear it, do what they need to do. The camera's still up, though, so maybe they could play around that information because they haven't found it. It's going to be played on the pillar at the top or on the forward side where B main is at.
Zachary's positioning was key there, trying to keep all of his equipment up. Gives them the notification that Sinatra will be flanking. After you eliminate Sinatra, you guess where would the other one be? Oh, yeah, back in CT, no problem. How do you do that with the Stinger, Corey wants to know? We'll tell you later, Corey. It's been a good match, though, overall. And you look at the numbers, like, you're not upset with the way FaZe is playing this. They look down huge at the half, 9-3. And all of a sudden, they're right back in this game at 7-9.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it might have been the play earlier where he was ADS with the Stinger and one tapped him, because how do you do that with the Stinger? Never works for me, tell you that much.
This time, They'll do a heavy lean over on the A side. Corey working his way at B.
Is the advantage of Killjoy. You're able to prevent movement on a site and freely walk on it. But it's about how you play around this information. Now, here's the interesting bit here. The only player that took this was Baby Bay. So that lockdown was just to get Baby Bay on A site. So they're thinking right now that this could be a fake.
And that's why you see the Sky ult immediately follow. Heads up play there from Sick. Your little green goblins are going to find him. They told him, oh, they're trying to rotate mid, guys. I know exactly where to go.
And also for the Wolf clear out too. Here it comes again.
This is just so nice. Like, we haven't seen enough Sky in pro gameplay yet. I love that we're seeing it come out here in the grand final.
Spike planted.
Baby Bay is in such a great spot to deal with this. If they force their way through screens, they don't even... I mean, now you have to be expecting that this player is here, but the fact that he's been here like the entire round is exceptional. Now they'll force out of his spot.
They saw the tip of his gun, and Sick is going to find him.
That is unfortunate.
Sick's going to find more. Just cleaning house out back.
Oh,
I mean,
Puckett, you're so right. Dude, that response ult for Sky, oh, beautiful.
Sentinels got some big brains on him and some really strong plays. Sinatra, definitely the MVP of the tournament statistically. Very few matches where he's below 300 ACS. Back on top with the Rays. Sick right behind him, though. Showing you that a support player can definitely frag out.
Sick is a player with one of the deepest player pools. Our discussion earlier about versatility in agents it's so important to have. Look no further than Sick. He is the guy that a lot of players should be modeling themselves from, because not only can he frag like a duelist, but he can also play that support role. It's just so much versatility out of that one guy.
And he understands the team game, right? He doesn't play for himself. He doesn't play for stats. Man was drilled through CS and knows the importance of setting up a teammate for a repeat, cross, or a challenge.
Oof.
And there's Six setting up the play for Shazam, trying to get someone to panic. It's Baby Bay still in the corner. They know where they're trying to go, but they're not over-rotating. They're not getting picked off. Sick, though, in a tough spot. He's got Baby Bay at the top of his ramp, and on the other side, he's got Marved and Raucous.
And Sentinels are okay because Cypher utility, trap wires up on Heaven, that gives them a bunch of information as to where they're going to look to focus. No kill there. Shazam gets away. And here we go. Here's the movement in mid. Now this is going to prompt all this movement. And with 25 seconds remaining, you know that they're thinking about this. Oh, actually finds two players, Sinatra. Dapper waiting to receive one down low. Bottom of Heaven.
This is what Dapper does. Trading out more than one.
Oh, look at this flank.
This time Zachary is there and Corey is going to power through. Spike's still not planted. It's got to get down right now.
They get it down in the nick of time, but it's now boiled down to Baby Bay, 63 HP. Shazam's going to be on site. He's done this before. He goes for the stick. Baby Bay's waiting. He's got to challenge this. Pros don't fake, baby. Pros don't fake.
Baby Bay's so mad right now. He is so mad. Shazam has held it all 3 times. Zachary, I guarantee, was screaming on the comms. He's on it. He's on it. He's still on it. But great job by Shazam. Furthest from his opponent. Holds on to it and pulls out the 11th round. That was a slide. You saw 4 rounds to open it up. Now that's back-to-back diffuses coming in out of Sentinels.
And we are going to get a tactical pause for FaZe, I believe. Oh, man. He just held it, dude. Love it.
Yeah, we got to find a new headset for Baby Bay. That one got tossed.
Oh, boy.
We got some JBL Quantums coming your way. Don't you worry, Baby Bay. You're in the right place at the right time. Baby Bay pulling out the op. This shows me I am ultimately frustrated. I feel I need to have an impact. Let me go back to what I know. I can blast pack an ego peek, or I can get myself out of dodge if I'm in trouble. But I need to hit a snipe.
Yeah, and well, he'll peek out at the start at that cut. So Sinatra might blast pack to the other side. Depends on the reflex of Baby Bay. But you are looking at a swing here at A. Oh no, so he's gonna boom bot
Bomb
and play
buddy to
slow.
the face.
Yeah.
Go get him.
Ooh, good break
Trading
off there.
robots, and Sinatra's is a little bit more aggressive. Bad grenade as there was dark cover blocking his vision, but already it's the first pick going to the Sentinels. So nice job on defense. Shazam winning that fight with his operator.
And that high elevated camera will provide Sick everything he needs. I mean, look at him here. He's got intel for Heaven. He's also got this push that could come through from main, which is where they're going to be stacking presently. And Sick's
How
in a
good is
great
Dapper,
spot.
man?
Joke's over.
Dapper is so dirty with those cameras. He was hitting bugle shots earlier.
Right back to that cam.
And you saw the Sky heal get everyone back up to 100 health on defense as well. So Sky really a nice addition to this lineup.
He just threw that nanoswarm. He's like, man, screw your nanoswarm.
That's $200. Out of here.
Ooh. Raucous.
Nice
Nicely
entry.
done.
30 seconds left.
And unfortunately, Dapper was waiting for him on the other side of that teleport. Marved and Zach, though, are pushing their way through, and Zoms is going to get canceled. So no additional support before the spike goes down. It's the buddy system. Fortunately, one of your buddies has a boom boom. They are just going to bait Zoms as the rocket could pick up multiples here in backside.
Marv thinks that this could possibly come from Heaven. His gamble, his guess has been right. And if Sinatra does decide to do this, he's going to blast pack over, but Corey catches him, and then Zachary right up. And as a matter of fact, Marv was the one that caught him off guard, but Zachary got the kill.
Yep. Team shot.
Yeah, that is a good way to reset things here, right? Because you look at this track. Sentinels, when they get going, it's hard to stop them on split. FaZe needed something, and it certainly wasn't going to be Baby Bay's op, unfortunately for him. Also, I don't think that was the best teleport for him to have there. It's always going to be a struggle when you're going through a cyber cage like that, but the positioning there.
Sick gets the info. They are in market. Excellent use. The Hawks are just, what, 100 credits? Great use at the start of every round. And
Hey,
speaking
Zachary.
of great, Zach, nice little two-piece there, setting them up. Pistols, that's all you can choose from. Sick almost upgraded to the Frenzy last moment. And you can see this is just not going to be around that Sentinels
player
expected to
standing.
win. Guns being picked off the bodies, though. This would be a small victory for Shazam in the 1 versus 5.
The spike will be going toward A. Everyone's still respecting Shazam because it's Shazam. But yeah, I mean, this is the best possible situation for FaZe to be in here, Puckett, right? Like, they'll get to 11-9. One more win. Like, this next round, oh, this next round's going to be big. And if they get this, that's a tied game. Like, they're right back in this, and they could force this game 3. Their attack has been
Planted.
very, very good on with the triple duelist on split.
Flawless.
And Baby Bay is going to be clean. Not a single player dropped. Excellently done by FaZe. And it all kind of goes back to the previous round, the clutch up over on B. Zachary is having a phenomenal performance at 18 and 12, getting these pickups as Killjoy. He was the one that sparked things with the double kill down at the B orb.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the effectiveness there of Zachary on that lurk. He's been committed to that. It was only a matter of time before they were going to go right into it. It makes sense in a pistol round, right? You hold hands, you play a little aggression. Now, it's actually going to be Corey this time around with the operator to try and force
See,
it.
it's such a game for the Razes to just get that boombot off without taking any damage. Every single round, it's Baby Bay versus Sinatra. Shazam supporting as they had 2 players top ramp and then a little bit of spray through the smoke, and already 2 down for FaZe. Raucous has got top B control, but here coming up the challenge, and that's the first big kill.
Every single time that they've played Lockdown, they've popped Sky ult to hunt them out. So when you think like this could be a fake or whatever, like they're just getting hunted down.
Tasmanian Devil's going to spot them both. Sentinels are just
reaction.
going to sit back in the corners and say, come on in.
That is just brilliant reactions from Sentinels. And now they know exactly where they're going to be. And look at Sick there. Just push them with the confidence of every player in this lobby. Just so nasty in that. And Zachary here just in a real bind.
30 seconds left.
Oof. That's no fun.
No,
It's
it is
no
not.
fun. You know where they're going to be. They know where you're going to be.
Match point.
And you just got to pull it off. Can't even get past the first one.
All right. Well,
So-
here we are.
Yeah, if I'm FaZe, I'm saying give Sinatra Aorb. Like, just let him use his equipment. Let's not challenge in the first 10 seconds. Let's maybe slow this down. They wanted to get that Killjoy ult off, and they read it perfectly on the defensive side. Big counter comes from the Sentinels. They all escape the lockdown. And then just, again, the Sky, the Hawks, the ultimate. It gives up your position. You have nowhere to run. Every single round, Sick is getting this Hawk off and finding whether or not they're in the market or coming from sewers.
Yeah, he's getting intel early round as to where they're looking to favor. From there, you just continue to pile on that info grab. That's something that you couldn't do previously. And then with Sky's release, you could do that without even exposing your body.
Tournament point here, Alex. This could be it for the Sentinels. Just one more defense, and you are collecting $25,000.
The Hound yeeted it and did manage to find a target. Here goes the mid plate again. They can do this with the triple duelist, force their way through. And Sky, Sick, lurking outside. Another one. Oh, actually gets caught with the Hawk in his hand. I'll say that 5 times fast. Marv, big kill there. Shazam, though, on the flank. Nails it, as well as the spike carrier, too, can drop back to this position. This is dangerous here. Another player is going to go down. Both of those pivotal players out of the action here. Corey is going to be
30
stuck between a rock and a hard place.
One
Easy
enemy
pickings for
remaining.
him. Last player left alive is going to be Raucus with an operator. Is it enough? 1 kill registered. Looking for another one here. But you are staring at death's door at this point if you're Raucus. A cold peek around this corner, and we could be looking at it. That's right, folks. GG. Sentinels back to their winning ways as they walk away with the JBL Quantum Cup trophy.
What an amazing game that was. And I thought we were going to go all the way, but I cannot be mad with a victory like that. GG to Sentinels, and also well played to FaZe for bringing it to him. I am so stoked to see that Sky was a pin.
Your way. So they're going to load up 3, and they've got the double flashes there with the Reyna and, of course, the Omen, the jet smokes from Baby Bay to slow things down. We'll see. Does Gen G commit, or are they just feeling things out? Showing some early looks. You can tell by the way they're playing. They were expecting an aggro push. Everyone playing deep, and Corey leaves with just 21 HP.
Yeah, he took the bait there. They do some damage, and that will give them some pause, at least for right now. But they'll look to reset this one here. They also get some chunks as well onto Michael. And here is drone play. They're going to be playing right behind this one as they'll look to get inside and force Marv back. He's so weak. 3 HP. You can basically sneeze on him, and that'll be a wrap. But with that being said, FaZe managed to get 2 frags of their own. Still, though, on the approach is Gen G, player 1 and Win. Win will get chopped down courtesy of that frenzy. They know exactly where player 1 is going to be, and that's going to do it. A quick round there for FaZe on defense.
I was really impressed by player 1's transition. He used to play the Omen or the Brimstone, made his way over to Cypher, and I feel like this is kind of where this man belongs. Keep your eyes on player 1 throughout the matchup. He's pretty good at trading out the kills, but also just making sure his team is safe, while you got guys like Sean and Huynh leading the charge with GMD backing him up as that triple. Let's take a look at this next round, though. It's going to be a B hit, and that's where they're set up on the FaZe side of things, as Zachary is going to be ready with his trips.
When FaZe and Gen G played on Ascent before, FaZe did go for the Ascent pick this time, but instead of Bind, we ended up getting Haven as the choice for Gen G. So we'll see if that Bind choice pans out for them. And as far as what we got, Gen G did play defense first, getting that pistol and eco round. They just couldn't really find a footing throughout the entirety of that game. Perhaps they went back, watched that VOD, saw the tape, They charge straight forward. They don't care about that camera. Gen G is going to get inside of this one and get that spike down right away.
FaZe were gathering so much information, but they gave up the site for free. Now the plan is to just pick them off at range on the retake. 2 players at CT, 2 have come through the market, and of course B main also locked down. They're all on the site. One by one they will fall, but they're holding tight angles with the stingers here. You got to go in with a coordinated push.
Yeah, they have no choice but to play it like this, and Marv with the Spectre is going to get the better of him here. Only player left alive now will be Mikhail. That's one, but no. Going to be a push around the catwalk and pretty much putting a end to that round. There just was nowhere for them to go on the post plant. They were stuck. They had to play around each other with those stingers. They had no other choice, Bucket.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of the finances here. You can see the stingers are going to throw them back a little bit for Gen G. Everyone's going to sit on pistols coming in, as it will be a 3-0 start, assuming FaZe doesn't blow this one big. Raucus is poor. Marv is going to be able to light by if he wants, but they know what's coming on the other side, and they're feeling pretty confident about this.
Yeah, they don't have to worry all that much. They'll be able to get themselves some decent weaponry. Setup's going to be more toward B with a lurk on A, and actually aggression on A, as well as presence in mid too.
That's a fast mid take. GMD is already up close. He's threatening right behind Zachary. Meanwhile, there's ready to burst out the jet out of A main. Excuse me, B main. And Marv is going to rotate at the perfect time. That's going to stop this push coming in, at least from the top angle. Now you just got to brute force your way in with classics. Not going to happen. FaZe played that really well. And keep your eyes on Marv. His Omen, in my opinion, is the X factor. It's more important than what Baby Bay's doing on the Jet and what Corey's been doing on the Reyna. Keep your eyes on the blue man, Mr. Marv.
Yeah, the omens are always important, right? Every single team, like, Omen has become such a fixture, and we're starting to see that happen for Sova as well. But across every map, Omen is viable. And putting a reliable hand like Nitro, Marv, GMD, right? Like Zoms, you know that these are players that are going to be good for 1, maybe 2. You have to have that.
The key is, you just want to make sure you're using the paranoia right and you're putting down the dark cover before you die. Marv has done a much better job on that the more time he has on this character. Let's see what's going to happen, though. First real gun round, as it's going to be a B look at the start, as Huynh looks to get the first pick, looking for Zachary's camera before he can go in.
Cage triggered.
Uses the cage.
They found my wire.
Also going to have that second one there to break up Division 2. That camera up high, man, is disgusting. By the way, like, they get all of mid, everything, every angle, they see it all. It's so great. We'll finally get rid of it.
And that camera's going to spot the opposing Cypher, so FaZe has all the information in the world. Where is player 1 going? Oh, he's probably the lurker. They're most likely trying to rotate this over to A site. The drone is going to make sure of it as it clears B main. And now we're going to see FaZe. They have the man advantage, but they'll be in a 3 versus 4 as the hit comes in.
If Corey gets this kill, expect him to dismiss over to the back entrance. Oh, actually, well, he'll just get 2 kills out of that one. But Sean actually changed it out. So the Reyna's popping off here, providing an opportunity. Marv is so low. He's the only one on A to deal with something, but he's still going to be good for a kill. Potentially, no. Instead, Sean finds his mark, and they got to get this spike down right now.
Spike's going down. Now is your time to push in the 2v1. Sean is there, though, for his 4th, and he's looking for the ace. Quick dismiss. Gets tagged up by the camera, and he's just going to leave the dart in. Come at me, bro.
Zachary hears the sounds all around him. Hear the reload. Knows that the Reyna is going to be positioned here. Denies the ace. Can potentially clutch this out. Zachary has improved exponentially since joining this team. But is it going to be enough here? He heard the drop. He saw him, but no! A Phantom versus a Bulldog. And although I am impartial to the Bulldog, it is not the dog's day.
Not this time. A much needed win from your attacker squad, the Gen G lineup. Off to a slow start over at B. I like that they go back to the A look after a feint. Had a slow rotation, took advantage of it, and really it was just Sean, right? This is the reason this guy gets signed. His Empress is popped in just the 4th round. He'll be restarting that ultimate. But now you got the Hunter's Fury to work with from Michael. This is where you start to string some rounds together. And if you win this, you totally break the bank for FaZe Clan.
Yeah, every single round, despite the scoreline, has been costly for FaZe. Gen G can play around with that information. Start here. You're going to get a scout with this drone. Finds one in the back. Does not locate the second player. GMD making progress here toward mid. Marv is waiting for it. That wire is going to give him the indication. If it breaks, paranoia is going to be used instantly. And he's waiting around for this one. He knows that it could be coming, but because of the fact that you're seeing this activity happen here, and the teleport too might give some pause, but they know that they are at least on the right course. And look at Wine. Corey is tucked away at Wine. He is prepared for anyone that could be coming through long here. He's not going to push this either.
Baby Bay on site. Baiting it out here for Corey, but the cage is not going to allow him to see the 2 players who just crossed by. So they're going to make the call. Need to hear the call out from the teammate in jungle, and instead, Corey at range now goes to work. Bomb still has not been planted, so there's no need to peek.
What a play! Oh, what a great play. Also, you want to know why that was so sick, Puckett? Because he was in dismiss, and he just stood there.
Hey
He
guys,
stood there.
can you touch me yet?
7-1 for Corey. We talked about Rockstars coming into this tournament. For me, since FaZe Clan was built, they got one of the best from the Overwatch League in general. Of course, Sinatra, league MVP. But Corey was winning games single-handedly on the Washington Justice. His Widow was insane. We've always known the mechanics are there. Just takes a little bit of time to learn a tactical shooter, and I feel like Corey is definitely going to be the star of this lineup for years to come. Invest in this man.
Oh, look at this, Baby Bay. Baby Bay, 2 kills for him, maybe a third, a fourth. He's going for the ace. Give him the ace, baby. Baby Bay picks up the ace with the Blade Storm. Let him know. Ay, Dios mío, what a play.
Can we run that back? I like replays. Baby Bay just shutting down the round in what, 10 seconds? Pops the ult before he lands. All 5 bodies are on the floor.
That was ridiculous. I love seeing that, man. Oof. Now, I know I called the Gen G 2-0, and some of you may be thinking to yourself, Golden Boy, are you rethinking your position? To that, I'll say maybe.
You're never expecting a jet to be that high in the air when popping an ultimate.
No, man.
You also don't expect them to continue hitting shots after your first 2 teammates are down. Ridiculous stuff
like
from
that.
Baby Bay, and I would do the same thing. We're not going A. Let's take this bomb B and just force it in.
Oh, that was the Mary Poppins right there. Hit him with the Poppins in the face. All right.
All right, so several times, Golden Boy, we've seen that drone lead the charge into the B site, but it's never found the tripwire. Finally, this time, it's going to clear the way, and at least they have Speedway open. Camera's still up there. It can tag a player coming out, but it's not the wire that'll slow down the instant push, which you're always looking for.
He only sees the Reyna there, but that should be more than enough to tell him that the attention's going to be put here toward B. And they'll wait this one out. Corey's also taking a lot of space in mid, and this fast rotation is going to happen. They're going to check this corner, but there's a, yeah, that was the problem there. A great read. And they didn't full commit on it. So instead a lot of noise was made, they lose that one player, but this is where Marv is going to come to shine. Does manage to snag one, and then the trade instantly for Raucus drops Spike, gives them the opening that they need. Zachary in the back boathouse there. Man, FaZe are on fire.
You look at first strike when FaZe went out of the tournament, Raucus had a really tough series. I like to see him back on the Sova, not playing Omen in this tournament. Leave that to Marv, focus on your arrows, and go for the kills. He's sitting with his Hunter's Fury ready, 3 and 4 with 6 assists through 7 rounds. Having a much stronger performance. But for me, it's really the duo of Corey and Baby Bay. Baby Bay baiting for Corey, knowing that his teammate is going to get the kill in a one-on-one. Doing a nice job setting him up there on Catwalk.
Now that duelist duo is devastating. So much so that look at how passive they're playing on A now. They're just giving it up completely. They know as well. They just have no choice. And FaZe know that they have the better weapons. They're more than prepared for this. Now they've just forced them in a real bad spot, leaving them with no choice but to invest into mid or to invest into B.
No charge.
But they're still going to be running into those shots.
Baby Bay's going to back down after the first blood. Alts are not going to help Gen G here. You need to get up close to use the Cypher ult. And with Stingers, they're going to make their push quickly into B. Marv going to have his hands full. No paranoia as well. And he's going to get hit one going his direction. Raucus pulls out the Hunter's Fury and can definitely slow this down. But you can see the range. You're not going to do more damage from there.
Yeah, that said, though, they are going to manage to weaken the Sova. So Mikhail's going to be in the back for Michael. Just got to remember that.
There you go. He made it easy on us.
He did. He did. I blame Van
Thanks,
Silly
buddy.
for me just doing the Mikhail
Mikhail.
thing. Does GMD try to use this Omen ult to maybe reposition at the swing? I don't know. Or he's just going to commit to the back boathouse. Watch
Yeah,
out
the
though on
Hwyn
the flank.
backstab is
Hwyn.
in, though.
Yeah, exactly. The Hwyn backstab. Good call there, Puckett. Though they are going to be losing bodies here. Michael's trying to hold this one off. There's no time. They have to push this. They have to make the play phase. And they know that they could use this to their advantage. Corey with just limited choices. And the credit goes to the Jet on the flank. Hwyn was right there to read that one.
Gets the first blood, able to put up 2 more. Hwyn doing a really nice job entering to B, disappearing, and then looping back around behind the opponents who rotated.
He just left them with no choices. Although FaZe's start here was brilliant. They forced them to make the choice, but Zachary not getting the kill and then forfeiting the weapon, like that hurt big time, right? But everything that FaZe did was the right call at the start of that round.
And Gen G was basically one body away from clutching that. If they get the kill on B before Hwyn gets the backstab, everything is good. Let's see what's going to happen, though. As it's going to be Corey lurking through the smoke into 3. Make it 4 crosshairs if he goes around that corner.
Gets one, he's got to dismiss. Look at the decision making here, but they're going to fly against this now. The paranoia will punish Corey, who had to hold that angle just a little bit longer to give his teammates the opportunity and the information as to where that they are going to be looking at. Not
Baby
really
Bay opping
expecting it.
mid is the real threat here if they try and rotate out without smoking it.
What a play. What a play from player one with the camera to watch Wine. And then Marv, he didn't care that he had that dart in him. He still took the fight.
Use that point to your advantage. Marv gets it done. GMD still looking for his first kill on Omen for Gen G. Will he have an impact in this round? Paranoia still available? Well, you just saw 2 players with that dart. FaZe is aware, and you got 30 seconds left on the clock in the 3v3.
Fortunately for GMD, that streak is going to continue to go poorly for him. Baby Bay up top doesn't really have a clean angle. That cloud burst, although gave him the opportunity to get back into safe cover here. Now with only 12 seconds remaining in Baby Bay. Baby Bay's going on fire, Puckett. This could be problematic for Gen G.
It's 4 a.m. and he just finished. Baby Bay 10-5, 4 assists. Working on another set of daggers. Remember, the first time he brought out the Blade Storm, he walked away with the ace, single-handedly shutting down the A push. Baby Bay now a threat, playing middle. He's the roaming opper, something that we used to see from Wardell. And he loves to play aggro with this snipe.
This has been a rough start for Gen G, to say the least. Credit really is deserved here for how A has been handled, and player one has not really had many options.
I mean, yeah, you're a Cypher on attack. It's not a real fun game.
Now Marv in this market area, mid-market and Marv, this is a beautiful combination. Oh, he knew that he was still committed to that area, so he didn't try to push it once that paranoia came through. Very smart moment-to-moment decision-making from Marv, just to hold the position in mid.
Michael's still with the Hunter's Fury. If they can get the bomb down, this is definitely a round for Gen G. There's only Zachary on site, but he's got the camera up and 1 tripwire in their way if they want to run Speedway. And of course, Marv just did a lot of damage from the market, so you're assuming he's there. Cage goes up, that's go time. Camera's gonna click one, but you know he's still in the back. You gotta take this fight as a team.
At the very least, though, he did some damage to them. He's hearing so many footsteps around. He's one in front of him, just drifting around, but that classic's not gonna be good enough there to come out in time. That said, now you just leave it up to GMD. He's had himself a bit of a rough game, maybe trying to bait a TP, but I do not think that Corey is all that worried about it. And this is at round number 10, it's been FaZe through and through. A few saving graces for Gen G, but boy howdy, this has been rough.
And Gen G got to pick side here. Remember, this is FaZe's map pick, right? So FaZe normally would be on the attack. Gen G chose to be on offense first. You have to think they've got a plan here to walk away with at least 4 rounds. Not the utility to do it, though. Looking at Huynh, he doesn't have his ultimate either. So he's kind of looking for a pick from a teammate, grab a gun from a dead body. This is going to be a slow look at A. Keep your eyes on that Omen. As GMD tries to get the pick on Marvin, both players are going to lose that fight. Huynh straight out with Corey, but already 3 dead Gen G members outside of A.
Yeah, there's just really nothing that they could do here. Maybe a gun getting out of this one could be helpful. 4v2.
Backstab.
Marved on the flank. There it is. Yeah, the backstab. It happened before with Huynh, but now it seems like they're going to be getting a taste of their own medicine if they're not careful. But once they do so, they're going to be running into the loving arms of Marv. He gets 1, 2. There it is. 3 kills for Marv in that round. The first blood that he got on GMD, continuing to just set him in a negative path, right? He's been struggling 1 and 11, but I think all of Gen G has been struggling here to put anything together. FaZe, the aggression pucket.
Yeah,
I did not
think
expect this happening.
Especially the way you have Huynh playing on the Jet. A lot of times Jets are the initiators. Huynh likes to lurk a little bit more. You're basically putting on Sean's shoulders to get these flashes off or a big GMD paranoia. But I haven't seen it put together. When you were watching the previous match with Sentinels versus 100 Thieves, it felt like every entry was set up by somebody. I feel like there's been a lot of raw peaks coming in.
Yeah, exactly. And there was all timings that Cloud9 were working on. And I think you were really spot on with your observation on FaZe Clan. They're really just gonna brute force their way into a lot of these sites. They'll take the peeks around the corner. They'll do what Wardell does so well, like dry peeking corners with the operator. Everything that they've been doing has been counter to what Gen G has expected. But Gen G, I think they were prepared for this, given that their Ascent game has been a little spotty. And look at Corey there, right at the top of mid. He's just been a bully this whole time.
1 enemy remaining.
And how good is Marv? I feel like the whole reason you don't need to worry about mid is the way Marv has played on that Omen. They haven't gotten by him after, I believe, round 3. They have shut it down. And the whole squad converges there to go 10-2 on the half for FaZe Clan. They're 3 attacking rounds away from taking game 1. This is their map pick, we should remind everybody. But if you look at Gen G coming into the tournament, all of their vetoes, Icebox and Split, Icebox and Split, Icebox and Vined. So this is a team that definitely doesn't want to play Icebox. They made sure of that. Unfortunately, they have to play on Ascent here.
Yeah, and it sets a tone for them, but I do believe that Gen G can fight their way out of this. This is where Gen G can shine, the defense. They can allow the aggression from FaZe to bite them, and FaZe have to be careful. You only need to get these 3 rounds here, and a pistol round win here, that sets you up for match point. So this round is going to be super important for FaZe. Both of these teams, I mean, this pistol round is everything.
Both teams playing very deep at the start on A attack. And they're just trying to get the paranoia out. GMD is going to get flooded with players as Baby Bay is hunting through the smoke. Double paranoia is going to land. There you go. It's Marv setting up plays like that, and already it's a 4-on-3 with 2 players off the site. Gen G trades it back as it's now a 3-on-3 and definitely a retakeable situation.
I know it's the JBL Quantum Cup with 3 games, you know, playing here, but I felt like I was watching a little bit of Fortnite for a moment where you're just jumping in and trying to hit people with your tac shotgun or something. It was just, that was a bit of a, crazy battle. Right-click blast. There it is.
Player spotted at wine. Another one, and hell was just dink. So player one's going to go finish off his kill. Nice right click gets it done. Stuck on a wire, and those are traded. Can he be the hero? Raucus is going to find the headshot instead, and Raucus is starting to heat up. A nice pistol round, the second one here from FaZe. And honestly, if you're Gen G, do you really want to drag this out? Or are you just saying, let's get the map over, guys? Let's just finish it here. It looks like they're sticking in it, and they're going with the desperation stinger buy.
Yeah, you know, you throw it all here. This is really the round, Puckett, where they're answering that question. And they're answering it with their buy. Because they know that if they lose this, that's basically going to be a wrap. It's GG. So they have no choice but to invest into this to try and drag themselves out of this hole.
And I got to give so much love to the coach there, or just Marv and Baby Bay as individuals who worked on that timing. As the paranoia comes in, Baby Bay jumps over it to make sure he can shoot unparanoid, unblinded, turns that into 2 kills in the first round. Now, though, second round of the second half, it's going to be Stingers versus Spectres, as it's still a weapon advantage here for FaZe Clan, and they're not going to go B. They're just going to make some noise and then rotate out.
Yeah, Sean knew with Reyna being positioned there as well as Sova, and they've been seeing Cypher there pretty consistently. They're fine with the fact that 3 players are going to be tucked there. Now this is where they can put some attention. But what I don't think that they're prepared here is for the push that's coming from the defense. They only have Zachary watching that flank, and if he turns away at the wrong time, that could spell doom for FaZe. Oh, there it is. I was worried about Zachary for a moment, that he was going to look away, probably go and join his teammates, but instead he waited it out on the lurk, shutting down the Reyna Sean for Gen G. Still though, 4v3, attacker's advantage. Quinn though with 31 HP sees where Corey is. He does have help.
Spike planted.
Just
Quinn
look at the
knows.
way, Puckett,
Yeah,
that they're
he
working
knows
around
he's in
this. So
trouble.
much patience.
You got Corey on one side, 2 players on site the other. They try and trade out for him. Quinn goes down, and player 1 will get caught from behind. Michael, last man standing in the 1v2. Could make this happen if he gets Corey off his back.
Yeah, it's all about the flanker, though, and Marv has his number. And this is basically going to be a GG at this point.
No
because,
money.
yeah, they have nothing. You know, maybe they can get a bag of chips in the corner, you know. I mean, they financially, they're going to be strapped. Hey, see, you could do the bulldog, but you won't be able to buy other things. So they're just going to have to reinvest everything that they have. And yeah, this is rough.
Okay, so Gen G going to try and hold on with just some Spectres and Stingers. SMGs only. On the other side, it's going to be a blast forward from Baby Bay, met by Sean, who dismisses out safely. That's the start of the round you need if you're Gen G.
And you can certainly do a lot with a Reyna and a Stinger. You know, we got a treat of that yesterday from Sean, and no doubt in my mind, he's going to try and look to emulate that success yet again.
There's
Actually picks up a second kill on Zachary off screen.
Corey using the cage to cross. But they're waiting. Player 1 outshot.
Corey has a better gun in that little scuffle, but GMD's waiting. Actually, he probably could have allowed that pass to come through, and Marv gets a double out of that too. But it's just going to be Marv, 1v2. Gen G trying to keep the drive alive here. They invested a lot into this. This is it. There are no chances for them here. If they lose this, we'll be going to map 2.
Does Marv
So
finish
far.
this? He's got smoke. He's got his paranoid. He's got to make a
30
move.
seconds
30
left.
seconds left on the clock. They could be mid. They could be top cat. He has no idea where they are. And both players are pre-aiming the corner.
Oh, I think they know where he's going. They were ready for it. Swung the corner. Knocked it out of the park. So they'll get themselves 2 weapons there and upgrade it, keeping themselves alive here for a moment.
They got to bring back 9 rounds more.
Yeah.
That's the first one. You got to win 10 straight just to force overtime. Sean getting aggro at the start. That was his second kill you saw. And Corey and Marv tried to make the magic happen. Really nice transfer from Marv there. But it wasn't enough as the spike was down in mid. Nice patience from Gen G. You'll see that throughout this series. This is just map 1 in the best of 3 if you're just joining us in chat. We played all best of 1s yesterday. Now it's best of 3, and this is FaZe's map pick.
I'm glad that GMD held on to that paranoia, because it would have been one thing to like reactive, expecting a fast play, because they're going to be on an eco and FaZe like to play fast, but he'll hold on to that. Now they'll get onto the site. And this is just some great support that we're seeing from Win in player 1 now. As for this mid player, I think Zachary, he's looking to challenge up ahead. He might be running into this Sova in a moment's notice, but really a lot of pressure is going to be put onto Raucus to keep this one going. If he gets 1 kill, it's very doable, Zachary. But Michael had the read, was just waiting for it. He figured that with the Cypher alive, that would be a potential for the lurk. And now it's just going to be left up to Raucus with this Guardian.
Ah, good luck.
Yeah, especially when you get called out like that, too.
Got a dart above you, player to your left, player in front of you, another player above that player. Good luck. All right, so FaZe was kind of expecting that to happen. Now looking to close it out. Get those 3 up arrows. We've got 4 Vandals. Going to be 5 here soon, I assume, from BabyPay, who invested the Blade Storm in the previous round. But you could, in theory, I feel like you just ult in with your Reyna here. You let Corey do the business, and you finish this one strong. Play with that same confidence you had on the defensive end.
That's true. They have ultimate to close this one out quickly. Just let Corey lead the charge. Player 1's ready for it, though. Hunter's Fury is going to be out. Where are they looking to favor? A tag is actually going to happen in the backfield, but no kills, though. Corey, though, is going to get picked up by that trap wire, and a huge 2-piece there for player 1. 3, as a matter of fact, and the neural theft. It's looking to shut this one down for FaZe, not giving much of an option. Quinn around on the flank. He ain't going to need it. GMD and Sean were there on cleanup duty.
The patience from player 1 on this one, Alex. He lets 4 players onto site before he peeks. When he does, he converts it into the first 2 kills and then finds a third as his teammates combine on site. But I thought that was FaZe taking site cleanly. Did not see player 1 lurking the whole time underneath. Kept him in it.
Yeah, he held there the entire time and simply waited for that trap wire to catch whoever was going to be on Jenny's, right? And then the second kill, too, was just beautiful because he had that tight angle. He knew where he needed to place that crosshair. Now we got FaZe once again on eco. They can actually play this one out quickly, which is what Gen G does. Kind of a change up of what you'd usually see from Gen G, but they know that they have the comfort of being able to do that given that FaZe, they're going to be with weaker weapons. There's player one again.
With back-to-back headshots there. Don't even approach the A site. He's got it locked down.
Low rafters.
Granted, he's killing players that have sheriffs in hand, but still, nice way to have back-to-back rounds playing similar positions.
Hey, you're feeling good about that for sure. You know, lift the spirits a little bit. They still have, as I had previously noted, a long way to go. But it is not out of the realm of possibility to be able to bring this one back into an overtime. Valorant can snowball very quickly, lose enough rounds, and before you know it, you got yourself a sticky situation.
One enemy remaining.
Quinn's got a crazy crosshair as well. I was looking at all the different ones. I was like, I need to copy Quinn's. Like you just put a little box, man. It's a little TV screen on their face.
No, you don't. No? Please, Bucket. Do
you don't want that?
Okay, I had to deal with Sideshow and
Look at that.
and his ugly crosshatch
Look at this
box.
stupid, just normal crosshair that player 1's using efficiently.
One enemy remaining.
Look how much cooler this one is. Put them in a box.
See, it's people like you, Bucket, that are the problem. Okay,
I also like candy canes, man. I'm all for it. Spend your money on the skins, kids.
Oh no! All righty, here we are. What does FaZe have in the coffers to pull themselves out of this one? They just need one round. But it's when you just need that one round where disaster could strike, Puckett.
And honestly, they took the first 2 of the second half as well. Like, they've been on this 12 for a minute.
And they lose this. Guess what happens? Economy resets again. And Gen G are now doing exactly what I knew that they would do on defense. They're just letting FaZe make the plays. You know, let them go into the site. They have what they need.
Yeah, if you think if that first half is anything other than the way it ended, if Gen G maybe has 5 rounds, that they are definitely within this tournament due to their strong defensive play.
Shock Dart doesn't actually does chunk, but no, it doesn't. So they're okay here. They're gonna play for the retake now. They'll have Blades as well as Empress to deal with this.
Blank
But a
comes
big
in.
frag for Raucus. That's bad.
Raucus didn't see Sean, but Sean is down to 9 health. This kill is crucial for Raucus, and he does score it. So no healing there for Sean. And now it's just about over. 3 Gen G members remain, and they are running out of time.
Yeah, Corey's got their number 2 right outside. Raucus 3 kills. What a way to shut this one down. It's just to GMD. It's been a rough game for him. It's been a rough game for Gen G, but GG for FaZe Clan, as they will close out Ascent 13-6. It was getting a little scary there for a moment, but